Hey everyone, welcome to episode 40 of the Just Us Guys podcast.
We're only 12 away from a year's worth, boys.
We are. Well, we're getting dangerously close to a
We're
year.
because we took a couple.
Weeks.
There was a couple of weeks, but I'm talking about just episodes wise, 52. You know, we're getting there.
Yeah, I actually need to look up which episode that will be for a year. Got to do something special. As always, again, we're live on YouTube at Rocky Mountain Forest Products on YouTube. If you want to interact with us during the podcast, please go watch, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. But yeah, boys, how was it? How was the weekend? How was everything? I know you guys had a wedding.
We had a wedding for our boy Griffin. It was good times. Good times. Had to go to the great city of Buffalo, which we'll talk about them later. But with the Bills, but we really wished we talked about it that because it was definitely a big Buffalo fan base wedding. Obviously, they played Shout twice.
That's awesome.
But we really wish, like Kate and I were talking about with everyone there, that if the Chiefs and Bills would have played in Buffalo, we were staying there Sunday night tailgating, whether we had tickets to the game or not. We were going to be there for the tailgate. But yeah, it was good. It was good. But Evan had a better week than all of us. Better weekend and
Evan,
all of us. We didn't have him last week.
We kind of alluded to it, but why don't you fill the people in on how was your week, dude?
It was good. I was over in Mandan, Oregon, and played a bunch of golf every day. So it was a lot of fun.
Are you recovered yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was recovered after Thursday when I got home and kind of just sat and didn't do anything all day. But yeah, lots of walking. Definitely didn't prepare myself. But it was a lot of fun, dude. Played a lot of top 100s and did it with the boys. You know, except for you guys. You guys didn't come, but missing parts of the boys. But it was a lot of fun, dude. It's hard to describe. I mean, just a different brand of golf out there, you know, in the Pacific. So spent way too much money. That's for sure.
Yeah, you kept the lights on in the pro shop.
Yeah, definitely did with some of those purchases. I really didn't buy too much when I was there. I mean, I bought a golf bag, which is definitely the biggest purchase, and I had to buy a pair of golf shoes. But other than that, it was just like hats, like the hat I'm wearing is Bandon.
Peyton told us the funniest thing when you got there the first round and you come down with all 7 bag tags, bag tag.
And hindsight, you shouldn't have bought the old McDonald one. It's not like it's like the least logo that I like. But yeah, I bought Sheep Ranch, Bandon, and Old McDonald. I spent $135, maybe 10 minutes just getting there. So
attaboy.
And it wasn't even just a wallet and some bag tags. So the Emporium wallet is RIP. It actually blew out on me. So I kind of had to. What a better time. Buy one at Bandon, you know, for way too much money. But yeah, that was it.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Cal, we want to get into our question. We got anything else to talk about, or no? What do you got for us?
Question wise?
Yeah.
This one's I don't know. This one's a lighthearted, quick one that I kind of was thinking about.
I typically enjoy these ones slightly more, just personally.
Well, the other one, we did a couple weeks ago where we talked about what if you could pick anything to grow on trees, what would it be? You know, we did that, and then last week we had a great riveting great conversation about, you know, would you rather go up against the pack of wolves or the lion? But this week, to go along with the tree thing, if you could be any plant, what plant would you be?
You know, I feel like a quick, unthoughtful response would be like a rose or something, but roses die all the time. Like your life isn't going to be.
Dandelion is like a quick exit. You know what I mean?
See, for me with a golf club, dandelions don't last long.
That's what I'm saying. That's a quick exit. You know what I mean? Like a good, hard-fought 30-second life hit by the lawnmower within a week. No. I'm waking up and choosing violence, and I'm going with poison sumac.
Oh, you're really choosing violence.
Oh, yeah.
I'm choosing
violence
because they're really big and they last a long time. and even after they die, they still stand. Like they don't just like fall over so easily. I'm going oak tree.
I also thought about a marijuana plant because it'd bring someone joy.
That's true. That is
Yeah.
true. I don't know. Probably. I mean, I'm just gonna go with a redwood just because.
Yeah, that was the other one too.
They last forever and they're protected, so like you don't have to worry about anything.
And they're so big that you can drive cars through them.
Yeah, like I think a redwood. Like I was thinking maybe a birch tree, but again, people will just walk by. Like if you're out in the woods, people just rip your bark off. Like just you're getting your skin continually peeled off because it's fun. But
yeah,
no, probably a redwood.
Yeah,
maybe an oak tree. Maybe a maple tree.
Nice solid oak.
Yeah, I'm going with a hardwood tree for sure, but I'm probably gonna go with a redwood.
Yeah, Ev.
Or a Venus flytrap, so I can
looking up types of plants here.
Venus flytrap is
Venus
a badass
Venus
plant.
flytrap's a solid one because you get to destroy mosquitoes.
I want to be a Streptophia.
Nailed it.
Got it.
Is that the genus? Is that the genus of it, or is that the actual name of it?
I think it is the whatever you said
the
in
genus.
The beginning. The genus. Yeah.
Can you describe said plant?
It's a composition of clade varies considerably between authors, but the definition of green algae.
Okay, green algae. Okay, so you're a renewable resource. Nice, dude.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good one.
Thanks.
It is a renewable resource. We might be using algae as fuel in the future, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Straight up. I was gonna say mushroom just for the fucking meme, but
yeah, that's what marijuana mushroom.
But a mushroom is a fungus. It's not.
Yeah,
a
I know
plant.
you're just
yeah.
Yep.
There's a distinction there. All right. Yeah, see, I like that one. I like that one. That one's taking me out of my comfort zone because while I know plants and trees and stuff, I don't,
Yeah, interesting.
It is.
And it kind of goes on Rocky Mountain Forest Products,
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Lumber company.
Which, by the way, in Colorado, largest cedar supplier.
Yep. We bring the cedar.
We do. All right, let's get to the Mile High question this week from the guys at Afternoon Drive. Shout out to Eric and Mace. This question, I think, is actually... Personally, I find it very interesting to talk about, and I actually have numbers to discuss with you guys. But the question is there any reason to bring back Vic Fangio next year after the last 2 weeks of defensive play from his team? Because he's one of the best defensive coaches of all time, supposedly, and their defense the last 2 weeks hasn't been stellar, to say the least, against two... I would say one team that is definitely a contender and the other we're still up in the air on the Steelers. The Ravens are definitely a contender. Steelers are questionable, I would say, through 5 weeks. I'm not going to say they're bad, but they're still questionable. And I just have some numbers here. Yes, Evan, what do you have, Mr. Steeler background?
Oh,
I said it was fair.
Okay. So these are the stats through the first 3 weeks, which we know they played absolutely nobody really. They played the Jets, Giants, and Jaguars.
Yep.
Arguably the three worst teams in the league.
Bottom three. They're the bottom three.
So through the first 3 weeks combined, they allowed 567 yards, 43 first downs, and 26 total points. All right. Following it up against the Ravens, they allowed 406 yards, 20 first downs, and 23 points. And then against the Steelers last week, they allowed 391 yards, 19 first downs, and 27 points. So doubled the points in the last 2 weeks, almost the same number of first downs, and had allowed 300 more yards over the last 2 weeks. I think that's why it's an interesting question, is because clearly against real teams, they have fallen off significantly. But at the same time, there's other numbers where they're basically the second overall defense in the league still, even after these past 2 weeks. They're number 2 in opponents' points allowed per game at 15.2. They're number 3 in opponents' yards per game at 292. Opponents' yards per play, they're third at 5 yards per play. They're 7th in fourth down conversions, which isn't great at 33%, but still 7th in the league. Their opponent red zone scoring is 50%, which is good for 6th in the league. Opponents' touchdowns per game, they're at 1.8, which is good enough for 2nd in the league. Again, is it skewed? Absolutely, because of the first 3 games. But do I think that there is reason to pump the brakes on this? Yeah. So I'm going to say, let's give it more time, see how he does against like the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Raiders. The Raiders play this week. The Raiders have a whole different thing going on that we'll touch on later. But right now, I think that it's just way too early to start questioning Vic Fangio when your defense is more or less overall second in the league.
I'll go.
Yeah.
That is a flat out overreaction, and I think this is what bad teams do, right? This is what bad teams do. Like
True.
they be like, oh my God, we've given up double the amount of points. We played against the JV team of the NFL, and now we're actually playing some formidable opponents. We gave up 23 and 27 points. If your defense gives up 23 points, you're in every game.
No, you should absolutely be in every game.
Your offense only putting up 7 points is the question mark. Your team losing 27 points in today's NFL, you're in the game like they were at the end. So I 100% think that's an overreaction, and I think it's blasphemy to even question it.
Well, and before anybody else hops in, do you guys want to hear the Broncos' offensive stats after I just gave the defensive ones, where basically they're second and third in damn near every category? Points per game for the Broncos, 20.4. That's 24th in the league. Yards per game, 357. That's 18th. Yep. Yards per play, 5.7, which is 17th in the league. Touchdowns per game, they're at 2 flat for 26th in the league.
So you're telling me they're the most average to below average?
No, they're below average, dude. Straight up.
They were up until that last interception they threw. They were, I think, 10 for 10 on fourth down.
Their fourth down efficiency, they are second in the league at 88.8%.
Yeah, and it was the very last throw there.
But
was
Cal,
the interception
here's a damning thing. Here is a very damning thing.
That was their first one.
Third down conversion percentage, 28.5% for the year. That is 32nd in the league.
Yeah, that's bad.
That is dead last in the league. So they're just not converting.
Right.
Yeah.
So exactly my point is you want defense to like keep you in. Listen, there's only one defense in the NFL right now that will keep a team in the game no matter how bad the offense is, and it's the Steelers. It's the only defense. They're the only defense. I mean, they're the only defense because they've proven it. Not just these 5 games, they've proven it in years past when Big Ben was out, when he was still a very good quarterback.
No, I mean, last year they did go 8-8, so that was 100% on the defense.
Scoring like half the points per game for them.
We went more than 8-8 last year, but yeah.
No, 2 years ago I was saying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But
sorry,
like,
you did win 11 in a row last year.
Yeah.
That's on me.
If your defense holds a team below 30 points, you should be in that game, period.
Well, right now they're holding them to 15, but they're only averaging 20, which is
I don't care about the JV games they played early on. I only care about the last 2 weeks because now that actually is when we're starting to see who they are as a football team, and who we are seeing as a football team is a team who can't score but is still playing solid defense, giving up 23 and 27 points. Like that's not bad.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely
Ravens,
a little bit of
Ravens. They're a top 6 team in the league right now, and they give up 23 points. Like.
Yeah,
you should be in the game.
To me, it's definitely a little bit of an overreaction. It's a little bit of a shell shock. I mean, the first game they lost against the Ravens, Teddy did go down.
Yep.
But that still didn't. They still only held they held a good offense at 23 points, and then even with us, we won the time of possession, and. It literally, honestly, the game should have been it should have been as close as it was. The prevent defense, like lay back a little bit, kind of helped them get close to what the game was. Because the first 3 quarters really was just, Broncos barely had the ball. And it's not like we were completely dominating on the offensive front. I mean, yes, we finally got the running game going. And it helped Big Ben not to be so stressed behind the line of scrimmage, but they still got to him. They still hit him. And they had a couple plays where they could have had interceptions and they had drops. There was a couple dropped interceptions, but that's every game. But I think it's a little bit of a overreaction to jump right down and think not to bring your coach back after starting out 3-0 and then just losing 2 games when you finally played 2, decent opponents to play against. So, I mean, you go playing against the Baltimore Ravens, top 5, top 6 team in the league right now, and then go into Pittsburgh, one of the hardest places to play at in the NFL, doesn't matter what team we have, and to lose by a possession I don't think there's anything too crazy to really worry about right now.
Yeah, but for me, I mean, it's kind of more the same. I don't know if I could say anything more compelling than all the stats that Ty had and Caden Cal's takes, but I think it's just a little bit of an overreaction. I mean, we'll rewind 2 weeks ago. Will we ever have this conversation when they were 3-0? Are we not?
No, we weren't. People were calling for the Broncos to be in the top 10 power rankings, and all 4 of us said, well, let's take it easy there. You guys have played literally nobody. I get it's the NFL, but you haven't played anybody, so let's just see what happens when you play the Ravens, and we saw what happens.
Right.
This is Teddy's only 5th game, right?
With them, yes.
With the Broncos,
4.5.
Broncos.
4.5 because he got hit. He got pretty much knocked out of the game last.
You got to give him some time,
and he didn't have any practice leading up to the Steelers because he was in concussion protocol.
Yeah.
Drew Lock, we want to base Fangio's first 2 seasons off of their quarterback Drew Lock. I'm definitely not a big fan of Drew Lock, but
let me ask you guys this, because it's just a flip side of the coin, right? We're gonna flip it to a team who I think was also on the same spectrum as Denver until this week. So the Bills, right? The Bills played the Steelers, and the Steelers do not have a dynamic offense in any means in week 1. By far, no dynamic offense in week 1. The defense, I'm talking about the Bills defense, played a good game. They honestly lost on a block punt touchdown, really.
Gang.
So I'll give that chalk up.
We played our best half of football in the second half.
Second half,
okay,
100%,
yeah, right. But the Steelers defense won that game for sure.
It was a little bit of that, and also, and I will credit the Steelers defense 100%. Whatever they did had the Bills offense just looking
rattled
stupid.
Completely. Right. So then the Bills went back and played the next 2 weeks. They played Miami, and then they played Houston, and then I think they played
the Jets,
the Jags, right? Or no,
the Jets.
The Jets. I think they played the Jets.
Okay, so then they played 3 really bad teams, and they shut out 2 of them, right?
I think they only shut out 3 of them, didn't they?
Mm-mm.
No, they shut out 2 of them.
2 of them.
So then the entire NFL is the Bills defense is going nuts, and it's okay, let's see when they play the Chiefs, and then the defense played a great game against the Chiefs. Yeah, they showed up. So then now I think we can all definitively sit here and say the Bills defense is more for real than we thought. So it's the same it's the same exact trajectory. The only difference is that the Bills offense is winning games and Denver's isn't.
Agreed.
They
Yeah.
they played the Dolphins
the Bills
and
got
Washington.
the
and
Bills
Texans.
got a tip pass interception from Pat Mahomes, and I think 2 tip pass interceptions from Pat Mahomes. If they play that back again, that probably doesn't happen, and the game is a lot different. There probably isn't a pick 6 from
the
Pat
game.
Mahomes,
The game wouldn't have been
so
as lopsided if it wasn't as the weather too, because that rain and everything was. It had Patrick Mahomes literally skating. He had no clue what was going on.
Allen ran too.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying Mahomes throwing it. He was. That's the first time I've ever seen Mahomes uncomfortable. Because even in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay, when they were literally at him, he was still doing things that we were like, oh my god,
100%.
Oh my god, so that's where I'm that was probably the first game I've ever seen Patrick Mahomes play. Where I was like, yeah. That was.
I mean, dude, Pat has 6 interceptions. Okay, so this is a fun fact that I saw just to real quick springboard. I mean, here we can. Thank you for the question, guys. We appreciate it. Obviously, if you want to go hear more from these two, go check out. Mile High Radio, the afternoon drive with Eric and Mason, and yeah, as always, guys, appreciate it. A stat that I saw, and this is on the Chiefs. 2 teams with the most turnovers in the entire league right now are the Chiefs and the Jaguars. Mm-hmm. One is 0-5. One we consider basically Alabama or Georgia could beat them. The other is 10th in the power rankings by the NFL.
Yeah,
right.
It's not good.
No, they're 10th of the power rankings in the NFL, sitting at 2 and 3, and they're the 10th. They're 10th of the power rankings.
The only flip side I'll say to this, and the reason why they're still 10th in the power rankings. They've played a very tough schedule off the jump. They've played the Chargers, they've played the Bills, they've played the Ravens,
Raiders.
Raiders. and I don't know who the other team was.
It was the Eagles.
It was the Eagles. Okay.
Again, but their defense has given up 30 points or 29 points in all of those games.
Absolutely. The defense is, but we all knew that their defense isn't great. Like, we all knew that. But
until week 10, and then they turn into a top 3 defense. It's weird. It makes no sense.
Pat Mahomes having
6
as many
interceptions
this year as he did last year is a big issue. Even though when we say that, he still has like 16 touchdowns and 6 picks, which like almost by any NFL quarterback is like especially through 5 games is what like I think anyone would be like that's pretty good. But like it's just like the team is exactly what we've talked about in this episode, that when you pay someone so much money, it's hard to fill holes around. Like you only have so much money. So what they did is instead of paying so much money like towards like putting money towards their defense, they made an investment towards the offensive line, which has been solid, right? But when you're giving up 30 points a game, now on the what the Mile High guys are talking about, now you can make an argument like, hey, if you were a defensive coach, you should be fired because like that's your job. You're not keeping guys under 30. Like, I mean, you're having a bad team scoring 30 plus points.
Here's a prime example. And this is as close to the Chiefs as I can possibly compare. The Falcons had one of the most prolific offenses of all time when they went to the Super Bowl. All right? Dan Quinn was hired because he was a defensive coach, because they had faith in Matt Ryan and the offense. Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator for the Legion of Boom. Dan Quinn was a defensive coordinator. He went to the Falcons, and their defense was still dog shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
is Dan Quinn the
Cowboys
defensive coordinator for the Cowboys?
Cowboys,
yeah. I was gonna say, yeah.
Well, Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator for the Seahawks during their like little.
That's what I'm saying. The Legion of Boom. Yeah.
Yeah, Legion of Boom. Like he was again though. Like I will say that he was extremely fortunate to have some of the like the literally the best.
No, their back four was stupid.
Yeah, they were able to pay all those defenders
because Russ was on a rookie contract.
QB, right? But he's doing a great job for the Cowboys. I mean, the Cowboys are much better than what I think everyone said defensively they were going to be. I think a lot of it has to do with luck. Like, I mean, Trevon Diggs has like 6 picks through 5 games. You can run a simulation, and he'll never again have 6 picks through 5 games.
No, he's not going to intercept like 28 balls this year.
No.
It's just not going to happen. It's it is an
out.
Unsustainable pace that he is currently on.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
now, is he a ball hawk? 100%. But it's unsustainable.
We've seen better corners do less.
Dog, I'm not calling Jamal Adams for a hot second was up there as one of the best safeties in the league. Now he is
probably still is.
No, he's not. He doesn't even have a sack. He doesn't even have a sack this year, and that's his whole thing. Right. He still doesn't have an interception his entire career.
Right. He's not
really
a safety.
No, yeah, Jamal Adams does not have a pick in his career.
Right.
That's wild. I didn't know that.
Well, dude, like think about it this way too. Like let's just like look at like Xavier Howard. Last year he had 10 picks. And then now this year the Dolphins had one of the best defenses in the league. Like all year long they were a top 10 defense last year.
Last year, yes.
Yeah, they turn around this year and they're probably bottom 5. Easy.
But we did talk about that. We did say like they got rid of a ton of pieces for no apparent reason.
No.
Like they got rid of a couple D linemen, they got rid of Kyle Van Noy, who was definitely the leader of that entire defensive core at linebacker. It just doesn't.
They paid a lot of money for Byron Jones.
It didn't make sense, but yeah, I don't know what's going. The Dolphins are a whole. We could have an hour-long conversation.
I'm gonna be honest
what's
with you.
happening.
I think I've actually like. I'm gonna be just because we're just said them. I think that was the most wrong I've ever been.
Dolphins. It's up there.
Yep. The most wrong I've ever been.
Yeah, but you were really banking on them getting Deshaun Watson.
That is true.
Yeah.
Everything I was basing it on was getting them getting Deshaun Watson. But still, I was sitting here saying, like, I think even with Tua, they're like an 8-8 team. I mean, whatever.
The thing is, Devontae Parker has been.
500 team.
Yeah, I mean, Devontae Parker's been non-existent.
Horrible.
He's had maybe 1 or 2 games where he's been a average receiver. Myles Gaskin had 1 game, and it was last week when he blew up. Had like 37 fantasy points. But other than that, he's gotten like 5 or 6 every game. Like he's also been non-existent.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are just a train wreck right now, and I don't know what happened.
That whole division is a train wreck, other than the Buffalo
Other than
Bills.
the Bills, who
like,
are wagging right now.
Horrible.
By the way, Bills, I think, have the fourth biggest point differential of all time through 5 weeks, and that's with a loss.
That makes sense because they scored 2 games where they pretty much scored 40 with and not giving up anything.
But hey, it's still.
No.
The Patriots are on there twice as well, and guess what division they also play in?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, the AFC. Well, listen, this podcast is a believer that the AFC East has been the worst division in football my entire life. Like, I don't care what anyone wants to come in here and tell me, like, oh, back in 1965, I don't give a about 1965. I give a shit about like 1990, the modern era of football is like 1990 to current. We're talking.
I would even say 2000. Well, no, because the Patriots and Bills were up and down in the 90s.
I'm saying like I'm just talking about the current era of football.
Yeah.
Like is 1990 to like the today.
Last 30 years is what you're going off of.
Right. I'm going off of 30 years, and in 30 years they've been by far the worst division of football.
I'm not going to argue it because I can't.
Yeah,
I just genuinely do think that.
I cannot believe Miami's bad. Like I honestly was like.
No, you were very adamant they were going to compete with the Bills, if not beat the Bills.
I did. I know. Well, I also only said they would win the division if they got Watson. Like that was 100%
true.
I never said Tua would win the division. But I just can't believe how bad they are. I mean, the Jets have been bad for 10 years. Like it's like there was a crazy stat that New Jersey. Okay.
It's 30, 38,
50.
No, it's 19 and 50. Both teams are 19 and 50 for a grand total of 38 and 100 since 2018.
The crazy?
That was combined. They were 17 and 38 since 2017.
Do you want to hear something even more
50.
crazy?
No, it was 17 and 38, I think.
Do you want to hear something even more
crazy? I don't know.
Crazy?
I could be wrong.
I think I'm almost positive it was 19 and 50, both of them.
Either way, if they're both 19 and 50, that is freaking terrible.
No, it's awful.
That is not awful.
Sunday was the first time in history ever that the Giants, Jets, and Bills all won on the same day.
That is
Sunday.
Horrid.
First time ever that every team out of New York won on a Sunday. All 3 of them together.
Yeah, that's
actually ever.
That's horrid.
That's actually crazy.
Yes.
And 2 of them are from the same division.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, you're not going to hear arguments out of me. That's just insane.
And literally all 3 of them have gone on AFC Championship runs in the last 10 years. All 3 of them.
One's won 2 Super Bowls.
That's what I'm saying. All 3 of them have gone to conference championship games in the last 10 years, and they all 3 have never won on the same day. On Sunday.
So much pain. The 2007 run that the Giants had, man, still pissed me off. I wanted to see a Brady Favre Super Bowl so bad, and same with the 2011. I wanted to see an Aaron Brady Super Bowl, but no. They had to steal it from me.
Goddamn Eli.
Their defense.
Hey, listen, it doesn't matter. Eli, listen, as long as the Patriots didn't win the Super Bowl, it's all matters.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and the NFC East, everyone should thank, anybody who doesn't think Tom Brady is the GOAT should thank the NFC East. They should just thank them. I mean, honestly.
I mean, I can thank the Tuck rule. I can thank, John Casey kicking it out of bounds.
No.
The East has 3 wins over him.
The only wins.
We held him back from 10. He would have 10.
Yeah, and bullshit rules, stop him from another 4.
Yeah, but
here we are. All right, yeah, let's see. Well, we're already kind of diving into the recap, so let's just keep it rolling. I don't know. Green Bay Bengals. I wanted to draw in that game. I really did. That game was absolute dog shit.
We battle the batter. Who's worse at the kickers?
I don't know if you said it. I don't know if you said it on the podcast or not. But literally last week, the words uttered out of your mouth said Mason Crosby's the GOAT. I don't know if you said it on the podcast or if we were just playing Xbox. I think you said it when we were
watching games, and that was what.
It was probably when he hit a field goal.
No, it was probably when we played against the Steelers, and you said something. I said about Mason Crosby, and you said he's the GOAT.
No, I'm pretty sure Ty said
Dog, he made 27 straight and then missed the next 3.
They said he missed 2.
2 in last minute.
He missed 2 field goals in the last 2 seasons. Both of them were over like 48 yards. Okay.
He made 27 straight.
he missed 3 or 4 in a 2-minute span.
I've honestly,
So
I'm
bad.
going all like Barry McCockiner right now. I would have never in a million years guessed that Aaron Rodgers would have to put 2 drives in the last 3 minutes to have like no, I'm talking, but like the one there was 3. He had 3 drives the last 3 minutes.
He had one to get him in the original position with like 37 seconds left. Mason kicked it, missed it. Bengals went down, got in position, kicked it, missed it. Aaron threw that bomb to Devontae. Mason came back out with time expiring, kicked it, missed it, overtime.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Those 2. I'm talking those 2.
Well, and then he had to make a third in overtime.
Yeah. I'm not counting that. I'm just counting the in the regulation. The 2 in regulation, I would have never in a million years, if someone would have been told me like, hey, Aaron Rodgers led 2 drives in the last 2 minutes of the game, and Mason Crosby missed both field goals for the win. I'd been like, there's no fucking way the Green Bay Packers won. I'd say they lost. There's no way they won. That was actually, it was a really, really good game, and then turned into the worst game in the last like 10 minutes.
I genuinely couldn't. 5 missed game-winning kicks inside of 3 in a minute in the last minute of the game, and then 2 in overtime. That's astronomical.
And McPherson
lot of pain.
did a pre-exempt
the celebration was awesome.
pre-celebration.
That was
The celebration was awesome.
Just because they hit the flag.
But the thing was though, it wasn't like it wasn't like he kicked it and like he started celebrating. He watched it and he legitimately thought it went in.
He thought it went in.
He thought it went in. Yeah.
No, that game was wild. Again, I wanted both teams to tie at that point. I was over it. I was so done. I was just like, neither team wants to win. Just let's get a draw. Let's get it out of the way.
To be honest with you,
in the pick'em league that I have, was the only game I got wrong because of a half point. Because when the thing came out, it was 3.5,
Yep.
3.5, and they won by 3. And I missed the pick'em thing to
In
win
all
money. But I was
seriousness,
happy because 3 people won it last
in
week,
all
so I had to split it
seriousness,
between
NFL
4.
kickers
So I'm
should
okay
just
with
all
it.
be cut and we just start over.
Hey, Mason's been there since like 2007, man.
He gets a pass.
He's a Packer lifer. He's a Packer
No,
lifer.
he is. He's their all-time leading scorer.
Yeah.
No, he gets a pass, Ty. Like a veteran like that gets a pass.
Justin Tucker also gets a pass. Then Boz gets a pass.
No, Justin Tucker. Listen, no. We do.
Boz had one bad year. Boz had the.
But
yips.
that was a really bad year.
Bad
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Just one bad year.
I'm talking about all the kickers this week. Like, yes, there was a handful that didn't miss. Like, but
Dude,
like,
with
There
Specs.
weren't that many, dude. 13 missed extra points, and I think it was like 22 missed field goals.
yeah, I can tell you that the Eagles didn't miss one, and I know Boz didn't miss one, right?
No.
Right. Okay.
Tucker didn't miss one last night either.
I know.
No, he only kicked one.
But
He only kicked one.
Sanchez missed 2 and an extra point.
I know. Tucker didn't miss any.
He only
and I know
kicked one.
Tucker didn't miss any for the Chiefs. But what I'm saying is that if you're an NFL kicker and you're Blankenship, right? You cannot miss. You cannot go 50% in a game. You cannot go 50% in a game. Like on any.
Mason, I think, went. Yeah, it was 4 of 7.
Yes. No, he was 3 of 6 for field goals, and then
It's so bad.
I'm pretty sure he was 3 of 6 for field goals, and then 1 of 2 from the extra points.
He hit every extra point. He was.
No,
he was.
I think he missed one.
He missed one.
He
Yeah.
missed one extra point.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, he missed one extra
point.
point.
The amount of pain on Carson
Then it
Wentz's
was
face
4,
when he missed
okay.
that at the end.
Yeah.
They panned the camera over to Carson Wentz. So much pain on his face.
Because it's such a stupid. Listen, Pat McAfee said it perfect today. He goes, it's utterly ridiculous the kickers how they perform this week. It's not a layup. No one's saying it's a layup.
It's not a layup anymore. During our entire lives up until 5 years ago,
when the ball was on the 2-yard line,
everyone could kick an extra point.
It was a 13-yard kick that went to a 35-yard kick.
Yes.
Right.
3 times.
But what I'm talking about is the field goals missed. The extra points, I understand those percentages are going to change drastically. I don't care about those as much as I care about the field goals. Because first off, one's worth 1 and one's worth 3. So like,
True.
I think everybody would rather make field goals than make extra points any day. And not only that, but you cannot go 50%. You cannot watch your quarterback do everything he can in 30 some seconds to get you to a 47 yard field goal and miss it like over and over again. Like
I hear you.
Like, you can't do it. Like, it's unacceptable. It is
There
unacceptable.
was something in the air.
Linebacker was
yesterday.
matched up with a tight end in blue coverage. 50% of the time, they would not make a team. They would not be in the NFL.
There was something in the air this weekend. That just didn't want the ball to go through the uprights.
No, kickers were cursed.
Something.
I mean, I think this happened last week or last year too. At one,
there was
I remember
one
that.
week last year where kickers missed everything.
Yeah.
By no means am I giving Blankenship a pass, but I think he was hurt yesterday.
He was a little bit injured.
He's got a bad hip. That's why
their punter came
out to kick. Did you see that
bizarre play, Ty?
Yeah.
Where the punter came on, Hines was holding it. It was absolutely a design fake.
Hines was holding it.
Oh wait, well I guess it wouldn't be a design fake because the punter's normally the holder.
No, Rigoberto Sanchez couldn't bend down to hold the ball,
so
they sent out Nyheim Hines, who practices with special teams.
The punter misses it.
It's got to be one of the most nerve-wracking positions of football.
Flag on Marlon Humphreys, and then Blankenship comes out and hits it. The same play.
Yeah.
Well, the play after, like, it just didn't make any sense to me. Like, just do it the first time.
Yeah. No, it was a
weird
interesting
week, but yeah, Rigoberto Sanchez was definitely hurt, so I hope he gets better because I don't think historically he doesn't miss those kicks.
No, he's pretty solid.
He's a pretty solid kicker, especially for being as young as he is. But last night was a horrible look for him, especially with everything that the Colts have been through this year. It's one of those things. Like, do I think the Colts aren't winning their division because they have the Titans? But I think the Colts can genuinely go on a run. Once they get past this stretch that they had, that 5-game stretch was just insane. Of teams they had to play, and they beat the one team they were supposed to for sure. They beat the Dolphins.
Yep. And even then, at the beginning of the year, the Dolphins had somewhat of hope. So like it was
Bro, I'm going through and just looking at like stats like from everybody. I went through like 6 games and there were 6 missed field goals.
Yeah. Yeah, like the Colts had the Seahawks.
They literally have one drop.
Colts are not making the playoffs. I take that back immediately.
No, because they still have a tough schedule.
They still have to play the 49ers. They have to play the Bills.
The Titans again.
They have to play the Titans again. They have to play the Buccaneers.
Yep.
They have to play the Cardinals. And they have to play the Raiders. That's at least 6 losses realistically, unless they get smoking hot.
Yep.
Well, the Raiders have taken a few notches down on my list here just because they just lost their head
Raiders
coach.
We're going to talk about that. Just it's interesting, but hey,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure, and maybe this is a wrong statement, but I'm pretty sure under interim head coaches, those teams are undefeated. So I'm hammering the Raiders against the Broncos this week. The Texans last year won with Romeo Crennel, a 75-year-old dude, and they looked awful last year.
Experience.
And they came out and won that game. I'm going interim head coach. They're going to rally around it.
Yep.
But yeah, back to the recaps really quick. I don't even know. I mean, yeah, Miami got smoked by Tampa Bay. That one we don't even really need to talk about. I feel like we've touched on it enough.
Brady threw for almost 500 yards.
We touched on Pittsburgh and Denver a little bit. Yeah,
it's crazy.
It could have been a game, wasn't. Detroit again got completely screwed. They're
the one team,
the best 0-5 team I've ever seen.
They are the one team that kickers do not miss against.
No, dude. First time ever in NFL history. In the same season, a team has lost on 2 50-plus yard field goals, and one was a NFL record.
Yep, that shouldn't even counted.
Like Jared Goff scored with 17 seconds left. Yep. 17 seconds to take the lead. They go for 2, get it, take the lead by 1 point. Kirk Cousins goes down, gets him in range, and they just drill it. Like,
I didn't see that. How many plays did Kirk Cousins run?
Like 2.
That's just bad.
No, their defense wasn't good, but again,
so unlucky, bro.
It's still a 50-plus yard field goal.
Motor City Dan Campbell was crying at the press out conference. I saw that.
Yeah, no, everybody's on his ass about just go get a win and then maybe cry. Like, but again, I get it. Like you've been in 4 of your 5 games that you've lost.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's absolutely insane to me. Let's see. Arizona still rolling. I thought they should have beat the 49ers by more, but
So there was something with Kyler said that he wasn't like 100%. He was saying that there was something with his arm where he didn't have the normal zip that he does on the ball.
yeah.
So like there wasn't like an actual like report of his injury, but he said he was not at 100%. But
Okay,
still,
but
I was very surprised that game.
To that point, they're starting Trey Lance for the first time, who is a rookie quarterback, and definitely, I will say, has potential.
Yeah.
But is very rough around the edges right now.
Yeah.
I would say, like, talk about like the Cardinals. Like, I guess you want them to win by more, but it's a divisional game. Like San Francisco,
I know they know them and everything, and they're not that bad of a team.
I would never expect those games to be like blowouts ever.
No.
But I want it to be a bigger win solely off the fact that they're starting a rookie quarterback and it's his first start ever. That is my one asterisk next
against who was supposed to be the number one team in the NFL at the time.
And they're supposed to have a great defense with Budda Baker leading them and everything. Like, I'm not knocking the Cardinals too harshly. I'm just saying, like, a one-score game, I feel like it needed to be a little bit more, but I'm not.
Yeah, you can knock the offense, but you can't knock the defense because no matter what,
it held 10 points. Yeah, 10 points.
Good game. Yeah. Question though. So I know we talked about this separately outside of this, but so do you guys think the number one team in the NFL is the Bills then?
It's hard to argue with 112-point differential right now. I know the schedule. Yeah. I get it. That'll be your knock, but it's hard to argue that because their offense, dude, they're averaging like 33 points a game right now.
I'm taking the Cardinals because their quality wins are just purely better. Like every win is purely better.
And that's okay. I mean, power rankings are completely subjective. I think the Bills look better right now.
I'm taking the Chargers.
I don't hate that either.
I'm taking the Chargers.
That's not crazy. I mean, they're definitely a top 5 team.
I think it's between
Guess
the
who
two.
said they're making a really deep playoff run this year?
You did.
Yeah.
Flip it.
Yeah. No, it's so tough because off the top 5 teams right now, you could say that with any of the 5 that are in there. Like you can say it about the Bills, you can say it about the Buccaneers, you can say it about the Cardinals, you can say it about the Chargers, you can say it.
Don't put the Packers in there.
About
they're
the
not
Rams.
a top 5 team.
No, but you can say it about the Rams too. The Rams had one down. Each team has had one down game.
And that's going to happen. I mean, it's inevitable. It's the league.
And for me with the Chargers is the down game that they had was against the Cowboys.
And they almost won.
Yes.
And they almost won.
Yeah. So that's why I picked the Chargers because they really haven't had like that stinker of a game. Bills had a stinker of the game. The Cardinals had a stinker of a game. The Rams had a stinker of the game.
I would say only scoring 17 against a banged up team.
It's really hard to say a divisional win's a stinker, guys.
How you look at it?
There's 17 points scored and supposed to be the most dynamic offense in the league. Like
it's not a good look.
A divisional win against a good defense is not a stinker.
They scored 17-10.
Bro, that's blasphemy, dude. That's blasphemy. That's crazy. It's a divisional game. The 49ers are not a bad team by any means, and they still won 17-10. That is a divisional win is a good win no matter what. Like we watched like Steelers.
To be fair, it was in Arizona as well, so.
Huh?
It was in Arizona.
That doesn't matter. It's a divisional game. Like it's a divisional game. And let's be honest, all in the NFL, home field advantage, like unless it's a primetime game, is not nearly the same as like other sports. Like,
you're going to tell me a home field advantage between the Eagles and the Cowboys isn't a big deal?
It doesn't carry as much weight as like college football. No.
But what I'm saying is,
I'm saying
they all had a game where they didn't
in the like.
They've all had a game
where they haven't lived up to expectations, Cal.
They've all had a game where they didn't have their best, and that was their game. They didn't have their best.
So we're gonna compare. Like I'm okay with you saying the Chargers are. I'm not arguing the Chargers. I'm saying that we're gonna call a stinker game a win, a 7-point win. But we're gonna call a stinker game
their best.
By a team that's been winning pretty comfortably and by scoring a lot of points, yeah, I will say that's a stinker game. Yes.
What I'm saying is they didn't have their best. You think they had their best on Sunday?
That's not you use stinker game as
did the Cardinals on Sunday play to their Expectations.
No.
Okay.
That doesn't mean it's a stinker game. Like, okay, whatever. I'm not.
Well, listen,
Okay.
well,
I
let
won't
me
say
ask you
stinker
this.
game. Did they play to their expectations?
Listen.
No.
If you score 38 points, 34 points, 31 points, 37 points, and then 17 points,
and
you're gonna
still
be like,
win, and still win.
yeah, but you're still gonna.
It's not a stinker game if you win. In the NFL, it's 1-0 every week. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. It doesn't
They
matter
did
how
not
you win
play.
if you win or
They
not.
did not. They're going up against a rookie quarterback.
No one's gonna look back at this game in week 16 when they're fighting for a 1 seed in the NFC and be like, man, that stinker game they played that they won 17-10 is the reason why
They're
they
not
might
the number one seed they're not the number one in the power rankings. Yes. They're not the number one in the power rankings. They're a 5-0 team, and they're not number one in the power rankings. Who is? A team that's 4-1.
Because of 112-point differential.
Yes.
Yeah, because of who they played is 112.
Again, you can use that against them, but again, they're winning games that they're supposed to by more than they're supposed to.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not saying anything about. I'm not disagreeing with who you guys are saying the number one team. I'm saying calling a 17-10 win a stinker of a game is like not true.
I'm saying live up to their expectations. That's all.
I would say that their expectations are to score over 24 points a game. I would say, yeah.
Well, when they're averaging 34
behind.
points a game, when they're averaging 34 points a game and they score half,
Dude, Cal, they're not going to score 34 points every week, though. They're not going to.
They did up until that point. But they did up until that point.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
You got that's your opinion. I have mine.
Yeah,
I think a win against a divisional opponent, no matter what, is not considered a stinker game.
Hey, by the way, bold take, and I'm gonna regret saying this out loud because the football gods are going to just fist fuck me. I think Cleveland beats them in the dog pound this week. I actually think Cardinals get the first loss. I think that.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
if they played like they did last week, then
Cardinals
yes.
the Browns have the offense to beat them, and especially if Baker throws for 350 and 2 touchdowns again with 0 interceptions.
But what's surprising?
Wait, really fast. Before, did you guys see the stat where teams that did you guys see the most Brown stat of all time?
Yeah.
Where they're 400 teams
Baker's
are
like
401 scoring 40 points and like all of this other shit, and then the Browns are the one loss.
Yep,
it's the most Browns thing of all goddamn time, and it fucks me off.
They have to break record books in the wrong way, no matter what.
It's just it hurts me so much.
Facts.
Like, it's just insane. It's just unreal.
Yeah,
they're favorites too right now. They're -2.5.
Yeah, I don't like that. I would take Browns money line. I don't like that. I think it's going to be a shootout, but 2.5 within a field goal.
It really just depends. Like, I mean, like, I'm not surprised if the Cardinals lose. I mean, they are 5-0. Like, you're going to lose games, and it's going to happen eventually.
I just think that the Browns have a scheme to beat them.
I would say that, like, I don't think the Cardinals are going to win the division. I think the Rams 100%. Are. Yeah, I think the Rams are. So, like, I'm not holding on to I'm not riding and dying the Cardinals right now.
As someone that has $10 on the rate or on the Cardinals to win that division for plus 550, I do.
Yeah, I'm still not riding and dying with the Cardinals, but I will say that they definitely make the playoffs, and I definitely think that they're a very, very, very scary team to face on a wild card Saturday.
I would not want to play the Cardinals at any point.
No, not at all. Not with that offense. You would never want to play.
No, that's barring. Again, we're 5 weeks into this. Are
right?
We slightly,
yeah, we're
5. Yeah, I mean, we got boys. We have 12 weeks left.
It's so good.
But yeah, no, the Chargers do look like the real deal. Cardinals look like the real deal. Rams still look good, although I do. Yeah, the loss to the Cardinals wasn't good.
No joke.
But
on the just because we kind of talked about the Browns. The Browns, if they lose this game, I'm not saying they're in panic mode because there are 3 losses to 3 good teams.
But they're in panic mode because of their good teams.
Right, but they're in panic mode because of their schedule.
No, and I agree with that.
They like it's the same thing with the Steelers. Like the Steelers are probably not going to make the playoffs not because they're not a good enough team. It's because they put themselves behind the 8 ball.
That's wild.
Like it's going to be really hard for the Steelers to get to like 11-6.
They put the Browns and Ravens play back to back this year. Back-to-back
Nuh-uh.
weeks. Yeah.
There's a bye week in between. Has to be.
Either way.
That's still
Yeah,
crazy,
It's still,
but there
it's
has to be a
still
bye week.
very strange.
It is a bye week, but like they're still playing back-to-back.
I mean, that's still.
I mean, to be fair, though, there is a bye week. The Eagles
But do the
this
Ravens
year
have a bye
play
week?
literally the Giants and then Washington, then the Giants. Like that's not abnormal for the Eagles to play their division rival.
But the Browns play them back-to-back, where the Ravens go Browns, Steelers, Browns.
That's a hell of a run.
Yeah.
The Ravens are going to come out beat as shit after those 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys.
Lamar
but,
Jackson might die against Myles Garrett and TJ Watt.
I don't know
For 3
about
straight
how,
weeks.
I don't know how you guys like how your team schedule, but like every year the Eagles always end like this year they end Washington, Giants, Washington, Cowboys.
We end with 2 of the 3.
We always end with the Ravens and Browns at the very end. Maybe sprinkle Bengals in there.
Doesn't matter what it is, but it used to be 15-16 was always 2 of the 3.
Well, listen to our last. Oh my God, dude! Our last 6 games are Ravens. Okay, I'll even say actually the last 8 games we got Chargers, Bengals, Ravens, Vikings, Titans, Chiefs, Browns, Ravens.
Steelers are not making the playoffs.
I heard 7 wins.
Yeah, but they're not making the playoffs.
That is such an insane ending to a season. If we come out at the end there, like if we go on that run and like win at least like maybe like if we lose like 2 of those games, we are talking about playoff ready. Ready.
Big time. As long as you don't come out beat up, yes.
Yeah.
It's the same for the Packers. So again, Packers are 4-1 right now off of a miracle. But the Packers in their last 11 games, the Bears are 3-2, but I'm not really concerned about the Bears. I say that as we play them this week. I'm not concerned about them, but we have the Bears who we play physical, so that's still a knock.
Green Bay loves beating the shit out of the Bears, though.
We do.
They love it. Aaron Rodgers loves beating the shit out of the Bears.
They love not getting offsides getting called on them too. You know.
True. Cardinals, Chiefs, Seahawks. Russell Wilson should be back for this game against the Seahawks, so that's going to be a bitch. The Vikings, the Rams, the Bears again, the Ravens, the Browns, the Vikings, and then we finish with the Lions.
No.
Like the Packers, I legitimately see maybe 11-6 or 11-6 or 10-7. Realistically. Because they're not going to win all of those. Like, they're just not.
Not if
like,
the
and that's
not
being realistic. I'm very concerned about the Packers schedule moving forward. But
the best part about it is that the NFL is just so spread out right now. Like literally,
still concerned me because it's in Arrowhead.
Like,
it's erratic. It's not. I can't tell you. I was gonna say this, and I forgot to. I can only name 4 teams. I think I know what you're gonna get every week. Like the Bills, the Cardinals, the Rams, and the Ravens are the
Bucks.
Chargers.
I think the Bucks too.
Yeah, I forgot about the Bucks.
The Bucks.
Have the Bucks played any divisional games yet?
They played the Saints, didn't they? They played the Saints already.
I can tell you right now.
Did they?
I think they played.
The Buccaneers are the only team. I do have an asterisk next to them because I don't know how they're going to play against teams that figure out just hey.
They played the Falcons. They played the Falcons,
and that was it.
Yeah.
Okay. So they played the worst team in the NFC South.
Yeah, and their only bad game they really had to was in the rain. Like that was a sloppy ass.
They should have lost that game. I don't care.
They should have lost that game.
They should have. Nick Folk had an injured hip and almost hit that kick.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it was a bad game to lose the Rams by 10, but losing by 10 is not like a good.
No, that was a good.
But it was in LA, so there's outside factors. Their worst game, bar none, was against the Patriots.
Yes.
I was going to say they almost lost to the Patriots.
No, they should have lost, and it pisses me off.
Yeah,
they should have lost.
Hopefully, Eagles take them down this week.
God, that would make me so happy.
I can't wait to finally watch a game on TV.
Call Nick Foles.
Second one of the year, baby. I love it.
I am so heavy on the Eagles. God, I want them to win.
They're +7 right now.
Yeah, we're gonna lose, and that's fine.
+7. Wow.
We're gonna be 2-4, but then
I'm hammering the Eagles +7.
We're gonna be 2-4, and that's gonna be perfectly fine. Because
It's on
the
Thursday.
next, like,
It's
10
on Thursday, baby. What a
Yeah.
game.
next 10
Yeah.
no, well,
It's
not only
gonna be fun to
that,
watch.
the next 10 weeks we play like the
That's why
Rams.
Kate said he finally
No.
could watch them play.
Yeah, we play the Raiders, we play Detroit, and then we play the Chargers, and then we play a couple like the Saints. Then we play the Jets,
Saints are a
Giants,
huge asterisk for me,
Washington,
dude. Saints, I don't know. I
Giants,
don't know what the
Washington,
fuck the Saints
Cowboys.
are.
We should honestly. I really just want to.
I mean, I honestly heard 4 out of 6 wins there, Kate. To
I
be
just want
honest.
to 7. I don't care. I want to go 7-11 or 7-10. That's what I want to do.
You win your bets.
I win my bet, and we're a top 10 pick. The most ideal thing in the world.
Yeah, I think honestly
I think 7-10 is damn near close top 10.
I think it's fringe. Yeah, I will say it's fringe. I
If
don't know
it's
if
12,
top
I
10.
don't give a. If it's
Okay.
12, I don't give a.
If you're inside 15,
you know
don't
what's
care.
crazy? If
I don't care.
If you're inside half, okay, I got you.
I need the Colts and the Dolphins to keep losing.
if Dak gets hurt again, the Eagles are right back in it for a playoff spot.
I don't want to be in the playoff spot.
No,
Well, I'm just saying.
doesn't.
I don't.
That's kind of
I don't.
true.
He wants
It's
to-
absolute. It's
There's
absolutely
no
true.
reason.
It's absolutely true though.
Listen, the only reason why I'd want to go to the playoffs is to give Jalen Hurts a smidget, a 1-game playoff experience for them to lose. Like, that's it. That's the only reason.
What if
Other
no
than
magic
that-
happens again?
Would you be okay if they won the Super Bowl, Kate?
They're not going to win the Super Bowl.
I'm just saying. Who knows?
They're not going to win the Super Bowl. They are not built to win the Super Bowl.
And that wasn't my question.
They're not built.
Would you be okay with it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be okay with them winning.
Thank you for answering my question. Yes.
But I'm saying is
My
that I
boy
would rather
stands.
and not make the playoffs and go to the draft with 3 top 10 picks to do whatever the hell they want. They
Yeah,
can.
that's
There's not
very.
one player in the NFL that's unobtainable with 3 top 10 picks. There's not. You Seattle. You think if the whole Russell Wilson and Seattle thing goes on, and they're like, hey, we'll give you 3 top 10 picks for Russell Wilson, they're making that trade.
I forgot to
That's done.
talk
There's
about
no
this, Ty.
team in the NFL that would turn down a player for 3 first-round picks.
They put out the odd. There's odds already out of who's going to be our starting quarterback next year.
Yeah, Aaron was plus 200. I
Plus
saw
200.
it.
Plus 200.
That's
Let's
media,
go.
dog. Did
Plus
you wait? No.
200.
Did you guys see what Tony
Oh.
Diggs? Did you guys see what Tony said on Pat McAfee's show, or what Aaron said on Pat McAfee's show today? And Tone retweeted it.
No, what do you say?
Hang on, give me a sec. Let me go find this. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
That's almost even money.
It's the funniest shit. Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger was second, and Mason Rudolph was like 8th.
No, Ben Roethlisberger was lower than that. I'm pretty
Was
sure
he?
he was like the third. He was like the third or fourth.
That's
They had the
unbelievable.
quarterback for Old Miss there.
Yeah, no, I think Matt Corral is going to be drafted by you guys. Genuinely, though,
Well, they're gonna have to move up to get him.
I don't think they will.
I don't. The way we're going right now, we're not gonna have to move up.
I don't
anywhere.
think they will, dude. Because
Matt Corral's gonna be like a top 5 pick though. Top
no,
4
he's
pick.
not, dude. Look at the teams that are there
The
right
teams that
now.
are not gonna-
The
they're not
teams
gonna
that are
draft
there
them.
right now don't need a
Lions.
quarterback.
The Lions.
The Lions are not drafting
They got
over
Jared
Goff.
Goff, dude. They have
The
his
Lions will draft a
contract.
quarterback. If they're in the
Jared
top
Goff
5,
has
they're
like an
drafting a
8-year
quarterback.
contract.
I know, but if they're in the top 5, they're probably drafting the quarterback.
All right, here.
You're
wait,
right though, Ty. There is a lot of teams that are like,
All right.
who's gonna get a quarterback?
Hey, really quick. I mean, dude, Aaron Rodgers. So there was one quarterback drafted ahead of Aaron Rodgers, and that was Alex Smith. That was 21 picks earlier. It can happen. Hey, how does this sound for you guys? Let me know how this sounds audio wise.
Blue collar Pittsburgh, but you want some of those guys who are those gritty, hard nosed, blue collar Pittsburgh, tough type of guys. But you want some.
Aaron said that today, and Tone tweeted, "Aaron, it's getting too obvious at the point. You're gonna have to be more subtle, or the Steelers are gonna get slapped with tampering charges."
He loves Pittsburgh.
Dude,
Loves
Mike
us.
McCarthy was his coach, and McCarthy's straight out of Pittsburgh.
Loves Pittsburgh. He loves Tomlin though. Loves
He
Tomlin.
respects him.
Yeah, loves him. He also beat him.
He did in a Super Bowl too.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
In
He
a
also
Super
beat
Bowl
him.
too.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, no.
Speaking of coaches,
yeah, no, we got to get to this. We absolutely
we
have to talk
got a
about
finger in the butt.
Wait.
Well, we got the old-
You mean to tell me that I cannot find an Aaron Rodgers edit that shows him in a Steelers jersey?
No,
All
there
right,
is.
before-
Pat McAfee has it on his thumbnail, dude.
Ty, before we go into the Jon Gruden thing, because that's gonna be like a whole other conversation. You brought up the MVP conversation. Do you want to touch that first,
Well,
and then
we
we
can
can
do
go
that,
to
or
Gruden?
it doesn't matter to me which order we go in.
I would rather do
There's
the
not
MVP
much really to talk
conversation.
about John Gruden. There's going to be a
No,
couple
it's
things.
just talking.
Quick
Really,
thing.
it's just
Right.
really demean the
No.
shit out of him
Right. So I think we should use that last and kind of transition to something else after that.
into hockey and beating the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Roger. All right. Yeah. So
Roger.
Because we're already talking about quarterbacks and teams and.
all right.
know.
Aaron Rodgers isn't in the MVP discussion, by the way.
Oh, look at Evan.
Yeah, there it is. That one. That's the picture. Yeah. It's
He
a
looks
great,
so
it's a
good.
great
The
Photoshop.
other-
He looks so good
It's a
in
great
black and
Photoshop.
gold.
Dude, I don't think you understand how much black and gold pissed me off after the Penn State game. I hate Iowa so much.
Who storms the field being the number 3 team as the favorite going into that
The
game?
favorite against the second string quarterback.
Yeah.
Charles
I-
People
Ryan
that deserve
team.
to storm
2.5
the field were
quarters.
Texas
2.5
A&M.
quarters of the backup quarterback.
God, it f***ed me off. It pisses
Yep.
me off more that Charles is an Iowa fan.
Is he?
Yeah,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
screw you,
Fucking
Charlie.
wore a
Charlie.
goddamn Iowa hat yesterday.
God damn it, Charlie.
F*** you, Chuck.
And then Alabama only getting a number 5.
That's
After-
still crazy. After
yeah.
losing to an unranked team.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. MVP.
They're
race,
number
though.
5?
Yes.
Yeah.
They should be like number 9 at least.
I thought
After
they were gonna
losing
be in the
to
top
an
4
unranked
still.
team.
That's
Anyway, so I personally, I know that a lot of people have 4 quarterbacks in as the MVP candidate right now. I have 7 people that I think you can make an argument for, and I don't think you're wrong with any of them at this time. So first up, Kyler Murray has a 75.2% completion percentage, 10 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, 1,500 yards, and 4 interceptions with a quarterback rating of 113. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Evan, that background looks way better, by the way.
Yeah, it's better than the yellow one, to be honest.
It's better than the last one, too.
No, the last one's best.
Josh
that one's
Allen
saved.
has a 62.3% completion percentage, 12 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, 1,370 yards passing, and a 102.5% rating, quarterback rating. Dak Prescott, I'm putting in here because he's actually balling out this year.
No, he definitely deserves to be in that
It
conversation.
has a 74% completion percentage, 1,368 yards, 13 passing touchdowns, and 3 interceptions for a rating of 116.9. Justin Herbert, who I really think people need to start giving a little bit more credit to, has a 67% completion percentage, 1,600 yards, 13 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, 3 interceptions for a quarterback rating of 104.7. There's Derrick Henry. I'm sorry, he needs to be in this conversation.
he definitely does.
He needs
Yep.
to be in this conversation, dude. He's
Yep.
on pace for like 2,400 yards. Again, I think unsustainable, but it's Derrick Henry.
Mhm.
But it's not quite understandable when he did 2,000 last year.
But
Yeah.
there's one more game this
Could
year.
happen.
Right, and one
No
more game.
pandemic in the air this year.
So he has 142 rushes for 640 yards. He's averaging 4.5 yards per attempt, not just carry, attempt, and has 7 touchdowns right now for the Titans. Matt Stafford has a 68% completion percentage for 1,600 yards as well. I'm rounding up slightly, just like 15 yards slightly. 12 touchdowns and 3 interceptions for 113.2% rating. And then, again, I don't want this person in there, but they need to be in there. Lamar Jackson has a 67.1% completion percentage for 1,519 yards in the air, 10 touchdowns, 8 passing, 2 rushing, 3 interceptions, 341 rushing yards, which is 200 more than the next closest, which is Josh Allen.
Yeah.
For 100, and also his QBR is 104.4.
Yeah, every one of his stats for this year is just barely under the year that he won the MVP.
Yeah.
After the 5-game stretch, like
No,
he's just
Lamar's-
barely under.
Lamar's passing touchdowns are low, but the thing is, he is balling the out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But
for
you guys
me, it's
think
between
is
those
the
7, and
first-
I think you
did
could
you have Mahomes in there?
I don't have Mahomes in there because
Yeah,
they're
and he's
2 and
another
3.
one. Yeah, but he's another one too because he has 16 touchdowns.
Again, winners. Most
6
of
picks
these
though,
teams
right?
have 1 loss, except
Right.
the
Yeah.
Titans, which Derrick Henry.
There's a good chance that the Chiefs end with 23 losses at the end of the season.
No, they play the Packers later on.
Okay.
And
So
they have their number.
Doesn't mean
We're
anything.
pretty much a third of the way through the season. Who's your guys' MVP?
Mine's Justin Herbert for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm Herbie's my boy.
I have to stick with Josh Allen because I picked him at the beginning of the year.
Herbert,
I say Kyler Murray.
Herbert is
It's
honestly
a good variety, boys. Claps. Fingers.
The thing for me
Derrick
with
Henry
Herbert,
is second right now for me, by the way.
the thing with Herbert for me, is that he is probably right now, out of everyone in the league, my favorite to watch.
No, Justin
Same.
Herbert, dude. I said in week 2, I said it on our podcast. I literally was basically slobbing on Herbert's knob. I was like, no, the shit he was doing on 3rd and 4th down in that final drive to get them into position and do all of this stuff just to end up losing was out of this world. Like, I've only seen Aaron Rodgers do the type of shit that Justin Herbert was doing earlier this year, and he's continued to do it for the next 3 weeks.
He's
Herbert is
he's
on a
so much
different
fun.
level right now.
Yep, he is so much fun. He's so fun to watch.
Plus, he's 6'5" and incredibly athletic, but can throw a ball into the hole of a needle.
Yeah, no, he's super fun to watch. I literally am. Whenever the Chargers are on, the game's on. No matter what. There's parts of me that I'd rather watch. I'd rather watch them play than the Steelers sometimes. So like it's crazy. And I have a huge soft spot for Keenan Allen. I love Keenan Allen.
No, Cal. You and I are both huge Keenan Allen supporters.
I would listen. I'm being dead honest with you guys when I say this. Like, it's probably going to be at the end of this year, maybe sometime into next year, where like he could compete for the best quarterback in the league spot.
No, he's a top 5 quarterback, bar none, right now.
Yeah, like he could compete like for the top spot. Like, I think him and Pat Mahomes are going to compete for 1 and 2. I know I've said this like 3 times the last like 3 weeks, but I think they're going to be definitively number 1 and 2 because I think Josh Allen's going to be like 3rd, and that's like saying it's disrespectful to call Russell Wilson.
If you can admit Josh Allen is a top 5 quarterback for the next 5 years, I don't care. I will accept it.
Yeah, he is 100% going to be. But like I don't see like Justin Herbert not being like either the best or the second best.
Again, I'm not trying to jump too far into this because I had the same thing with Pat after 1 year of saying, all right, maybe it's a flash in the pan, but we basically got to watch a full year of Herbert as a rookie.
Right.
So this year is just kind of like, all right, I kind of have to throw that bias out, and I do think Herbert is earning it.
I agree with it. I agree with you because this is the reason why, in my opinion, how I look at it. Not only did he have a good rookie season, he had the greatest in NFL history by a large margin.
He had the best rookie season of all time by numbers, by basically every number.
Yeah, right. That's the first thing to me. The second thing is that when you watch him play, he doesn't make like rookie mistakes ever.
No, he's getting through his second and third read and actually doing the third read if it's necessary, which is usually a check down to Eckler or a 5-yard in route to Jared Cook, or if it's Keenan Allen or Mike Williams that came back to the ball.
And we got to go off of like how many games like players have played. So like let's just compare him to Josh Allen, who like obviously broke out his 3rd year, right? Like through
last year, yeah.
Through how many games has he played? He missed the first game as a starter. So Herbert's played 20 games.
Herbert's ahead of Allen as far as progression, yes.
Yes, like I'm talking like trajectories, right?
Yeah.
We're talking like trajectories. Where Josh Allen was through 20 games, where any quarterback that we could name in NFL, like probably in NFL history other than Pat Mahomes, through 20 games, he's higher than everybody else.
No, I mean Aaron went 8-8 his first year.
Right. So like, I don't even care about. I'm not talking about team wins because like that's
second,
not.
I mean technically second year 20 games is different than second year, but yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm talking 20 games. If you were to break down 20 game splits for every quarterback, I bet he would be.
No, I think Herbert is the best.
Either the first or second. No, dude, Pat Mahomes' first 20 games was an MVP season.
No. I understand that.
Yes.
Even Lamar.
He threw for 55 touchdowns.
Because Lamar played 9 games his first year, and they was not a good quarterback. It like when they went on that run to make the playoffs. The second year he got better. The third year he won MVP. So like you were past the 20 games mark halfway through his.
Was it his third year that he won? I thought he won MVP his second year.
I don't think he won it in his second year. He might have. Well, this is his 4th year, so you're probably right. Yeah, he probably did.
Won in his second year.
So his second year. So, but like you still got to go to the 20 game mark. Like it's all about going to the game. It's not about the season.
Yeah, Lamar's close to that though.
I bet Lamar Jackson is nowhere near the amount of stats that Pat Mahomes and Herbert have put up through 20 games. Like, I'm talking passing touchdowns, lack of interceptions, yards, QBR rating. I think those two are significantly above everyone else.
So realistically,
I don't know. I mean, Lamar's if we're doing 20 games, then
that's what I'm saying. You're talking. That's how you have to go off how many games Herbert's played.
But even then,
so you have to go off of
Lamar's first season. He was 36-6.
Yeah,
so
Lamar's second year was incredible.
The yards weren't there though. Obviously, like I'm familiar with the stats. I'm pretty sure he only threw for like 3,100 yards in that time.
Well, for his MVP season,
I don't think so.
His MVP season, he was over. I think he was in the 4,000s.
No, he
wasn't. MVP?
No, he's never thrown 4,000 yards.
No, he will this season, but not.
The most
he had more yards
this year.
He had more yards in his first 5 games than he does this season.
Want to do a bet tie?
Evan,
no.
His first five games of his MVP season, he has more throwing yards than he does this season.
No, you were right, Ev. 3,100, 36 touchdowns, 6 interceptions for 113.3 rating.
Right. What I'm saying is, though, is his first 20 games as a starter was halfway through 2018 and then halfway through 2019. Halfway through 2019, he did not have 36 touchdowns. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like Herbert,
throwing, but if you count
rushing, yeah.
Okay,
but, I mean, you can do the same for Josh Allen as well.
I'll go to rushing.
Okay, but listen, Cade.
5 and then he had 7 for the entire year of 2019.
Cade, before you dive too deep into this, what we've seen out of the last 4 years of quarterbacks with Mahomes, Herbert, and Jackson is unprecedented. We haven't seen anything like this ever before.
And then throw Kyler in there too.
Yeah.
Slightly below these 3, but yes.
No, but he's there. No, he's there
but yeah. I'm still putting these 3 above Kyler right now.
Yeah. The difference between the
games,
but the difference between those, but the difference between those guys,
we can go off of it.
I'm fine with that. It's a season and a half.
Even though technically
starts,
but the difference between those guys is that Kyler was a day 1 starter. Like even though Herbert only missed a game, he wasn't a day 1 starter. Kyler was, and is still doing this.
Fine.
That's impressive. Is what I'm saying. That's impressive.
No. I'm not a detractor of Kyler.
Yeah.
I just think that what these people have been able to do, like, again, I saw Patrick Mahomes' first ever start, and I can say that for the rest of my life, where he came into Denver on December 16th in snow and torched them for like 300 yards.
Yeah, and threw 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, no, it was absurd. I was like, this isn't supposed to be a thing. I was here to root for Denver. And now I'm watching
this isn't supposed
the
to be a
greatest quarterback for the next 12 years of my life play right now.
Well, and on top of it, if you even think about it, look at Baker's rookie year. Look at Baker's rookie year.
Was the best rookie year until Herbert.
Yeah, until Herbert. Exactly. Yeah. And Herbert missed a game. Yeah,
true.
It's nuts.
My overall point of just like the first 20 games between like Herbert is probably arguably the best we've ever seen.
No, and I agree with that.
From what I'm looking at and what I'm seeing, the gap between probably I would have to go look at Mahomes to clarify Mahomes, but I mean his first game, like you said, he threw like 3 touchdowns, 300 some yards, and then the next year he was an MVP. So that's pretty much his first 20 games.
I'm excited to see Joe Burrow after 20 games. He's not close to 20 games yet.
No, he's not.
He's only played
13
games. No, he's played 13 games, boys.
Right, exactly. So like
Joe Burrow might actually be pretty close to this number, man. Joe Burrow, I'm very high on Joe.
Yeah, if you're comparing Lamar Jackson and like Justin Herbert, like Jackson started his last 7 games of his rookie year because Joe Flacco got hurt, and was nowhere near the level of what Herbert did in his first 7 games. And then, yes, Lamar Jackson came in and won MVP the next year. Not saying anything about that, but it's about the next 13 games. Like, the next 13 games, to get him to 20, that's what you would have to compare it to. And what I'm saying, and from what I watched and what I'm seeing now, I think the gap is like a significant head difference. Like, I think, if Herbert doesn't win MVP, that doesn't matter to me. What I see on the football field through 20 games, he's significantly ahead of anyone I've ever watched.
Like, dude, the thing is, I listed off 7 people here. I listed off 7 people here, and I think you could make a legitimate case for any of these 7 that I did list off between Kyler, Josh, Dak, Justin, Lamar, Matt Stafford, and Derrick Henry. I think
For
you
sure.
can legitimately make an argument for any of those 7 right now through 5 weeks.
And to be honest with you, Trevon Diggs should honestly be in that conversation.
If he continues at this pace and gets like
Even
28
if
interceptions,
he only gets the I'm
I
saying
mean,
like over the
that's
next
got to
like,
be like the best season in history if that's
the
the
next
case.
No, it
say
would
over
be.
the next 12 games.
Like by a large margin.
Let's just say over the next 12 games, he still like he doesn't have like doesn't have injuries, doesn't have any issues. Say he comes out with like 11 or 12 picks and has like a really like just good
no,
overall.
I mean
like
he's
defensive
depoy
season,
for sure.
he should be in the conversation.
No, if he comes
Depoy.
out with 15 interceptions this year and
He should win it.
A below
win it.
average number of tackles, he
Yeah.
still should win it.
He should win it. Yeah, he should win
Especially
it.
defensive player of the year. Even though Aaron Donald is still a freak, TJ's a freak, like Chandler
Well,
Jones is
because
a freak.
interceptions are just sexier. They're just sexier.
It's not that they're sexier. It's a sack is a sack. Like, cool, you're pinning your dude back.
Right.
That's a legitimate turnover.
Turnover, yeah.
Like,
Turnovers
if
are
TJ
more
Watt gets
meaningful.
15 forced fumbles in a year, he's the runaway defensive player of the year.
Right.
Pretty much
Maybe
gets that.
MVP of the league.
Like whenever you're
Pretty much
talking
gets
about,
that.
like, remember because
would be
a lot
snubbed
of
somehow.
MVP has everything to do with
True.
media.
Shut up, you two.
Ty. Like obviously the MVP has a lot to do with the media. So
It is.
the media
And interceptions. Diggs
is
is going to
gonna
talk
show the
about one, he has
sexiest
the name,
plays.
and 2, interceptions are interceptions.
and they're sexy. Like they're just
Well, did you guys see the one against the Giants where he almost did the toe tap? He was just like a foot outside, but he had the toe tap on.
yeah
And it was like a full extension like Odell catch from back in the day.
yeah like they're just a sexy play.
Garbage.
So like he has like I think he has like 1 or 2 pick sixes.
He ain't even top 30.
I don't know if he has a pick 6, but I know he has.
Facts.
He has
No, he
like,
does. He
6
has a pick 6 against the Eagles
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, no, he looks
barely
good.
sniff in top 50.
All right.
Who's top 50?
I
So
said
who
barely
do
sniff
we
in
all
top
have
50.
right now?
Odell.
I have Allen
Odell.
because I got a ride or die. You got
I got Murray.
Kyler,
Herbie.
Herbie.
I've heard you too.
Okay. Again, I'm cool with any of the 3. I really am because also we just picked 3 dudes that are under the age of 26, which is great for the league.
The NFL is gonna be nuts, man.
Dude, I'm excited for it, genuinely. Like again, the Bengals are 3
And we
2,
got a
but the
40-year-old.
Bengals look good for once.
Get a 38-year-old next year,
To
baby.
be honest with you, like this is like obviously very recent bias. Like we could have a better run of quarterbacks than like the 2000 to 2015 run of quarterbacks.
We will see, but right now, yes. I need Trevor Lawrence to get out of Jacksonville, though.
Like I'm saying, like projections, like Pat Mahomes. Like you're talking Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen,
Deshaun Watson, if he ever plays
Herbert.
again.
If Deshaun Watson gets out of juvie, like even Dak, like it's just
Kyler, Dak, Josh Allen, like Lamar.
the quarterbacks
Dude,
are just
Lamar
so much
Jackson
deeper
is
now.
younger than Joe Burrow.
Yes, quarterbacks
People
are just
forget
so much
that.
deeper now.
24.
Like, it's crazy.
Who's younger than Joe Burrow?
That's funny.
Lamar
Jackson.
Jackson is younger than Joe Burrow.
Oh yeah, Joe Burrow. I mean, Joe Burrow was a 5th-year senior, redshirt senior.
Because he transferred.
Uh,
Ohio State. Shout out Michael and Mason.
Do you think they ever still listen to this?
No, not a shot.
Yeah.
All right. The Gruden
And I
story.
could give
We got to
a
talk
rat's
about it.
ass.
We got to talk about the Gruden story real quick. So yeah, the Raiders again. I think I'm hammering the Raiders this week just because I think they're going to rally around the whole cause of it.
Special teams.
Especially since they have an actual openly gay lineman, who, by the way, is a stud.
he is.
Max Crosby.
I think his last name is Crosby. Yes.
It's Max. It's Max
Okay.
Crosby.
Yeah, no, he was the whole thing in the offseason. He came out and said like I'm going to be the first openly gay active player, because again, no disrespect to Michael Sam, but he actually never played a real down outside of the preseason. And he's balling out this year. But yeah, no, Jon Gruden got fired for racist, misogynistic, and homophobic emails.
A trifecta.
No,
He literally tried to find
no,
everyone.
he straight up
Yeah.
said everyone can catch these hands and I don't give a shit. While he was an ESPN commentator for Monday Night Football. Yeah, he got fired today. Did get signed to the biggest contract, the most outrageous contract for a coach of all time, 10 years, $100 million. Most coaches' contracts are 3 to 4 years for not that.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I agree with him regarding Roger Goodell.
No. The
That one is the only funny one.
No.
That was hilarious.
That's
Goodell
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
No.
hilarious.
I think we're all on board with the anti-football that is Roger
That was
Goodell.
that was
That was
hilarious.
hilarious.
Charles,
Goodell.
bleep that word out that I just said.
Yes.
He goes, Goodell's a and then goes.
I'll
Bleep
bleep
that
that
one
out.
out too.
Yeah, we need that.
He goes, Goodell's an anti.
Bleep that out again.
No, clueless, AFP.
Clueless anti-football. Yes.
That one. Charles, have
The other-
fun.
the other
I don't think he called him
emails-
the F word.
The other,
But he did say-
A clueless AFP. Anti-football
Yes.
kitty.
The other emails about
Those are bad.
like player and
Really
all that
bad.
No,
stuff.
don't talk about players. Don't talk about racism and anything. But Roger Goodell is an actual bitch.
Dude, that was just hilarious.
And it's also
That's
now
so
opening up a
funny.
can of worms with, I don't know if you guys saw, but all of the emails going back for about the Washington football team.
No, Cal. This is a byproduct of this.
Yeah.
Because-
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
It's opening. It's just
Jay
opening.
Gruden, yes. So Jay Gruden was the coach of the team at the time. That's the only reason
Yep.
John was even pulled in.
Yeah.
But they're looking into it because the head trainer for the football team, at the time Redskins, actually is like basically selling drugs. So over his entire tenure, they're going back through all of the emails that came into the football team's organization.
Yep.
And for some reason, Jon Gruden was emailing at the
Owner.
time, president of the football team, Bruce Allen, all of this shit. And I have no idea why. The NFLPA actually just put in a formal request to release all 650,000 emails to the public,
Yep.
which is wild.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Open a can of worms.
Yeah. No, that's 650,000 emails that could potentially be open to the public.
I do not condone anything that
Which
he
is
said,
nuts.
but I will say you cannot say anything anymore. It
Oh, no,
is
boys.
done.
No. If we
Facts.
go through,
Bad,
no,
it's
no,
bad.
guys, if we ever do blow up, and God forbid we ever do blow up, please don't let us blow up. Please. We need to erase
Everything.
I mean, burn these
I will
sons of
delete my
bitches
Twitch
in a
channel.
cremator.
Everything
My
gone.
Twitch channel.
No, gone. Everything. I will
Defriend
literally-
Brandon, defriend everybody. Like, we
No,
don't have
I'm-
any association
I'm
with
being
anybody.
dead serious. I
Ben
will
Clark.
literally
Oh, no,
start
he doesn't
over.
exist.
Oh
I
my
might change my
god.
name.
Who
I
did
might
live
change
with
my
for
name.
2
I
years
might
in
start
college,
over.
not him.
Yeah.
Well, you can't blow up Cade and then change your name. I
Nope,
mean, I
change
guess
my
you
name.
can, but
Changing it. It's gone. I'll be Cadith.
I'll be known as Tyler.
Yep.
Cadith even.
Cadith. Call me Cade. but
Big
my name's
change.
Cadith. Yep, I'm done. Caden, but my name's Cade. You
Just
know,
go
like
by Caden.
yeah. No matter what, listen. I would be put in jail 50 times.
No,
Oh,
it's,
same.
it's absolutely
Maximum.
crazy.
I can't. We
because-
can't. Mikael said that we can't blow up. Like we would be canceled.
No, we all
I hope
would.
we do. I hope
We
I
all
get
would.
canceled.
I'd make it through.
Again,
We would all make it
what-
through. Just be canceled.
Well, genuinely, guys, we're probably blowing this slightly out of proportion. What we do say publicly is more or less benign, especially when we're like streaming or on Twitter or anything.
Well,
Private text messages are a different beast.
locker room talk, baby.
We're not, no.
no.
But what I will say is the fact that Jon Gruden was sending back and forth like all of this stuff and apparently nude cheerleaders, which that was a story last year for the football team.
What?
That's
Why didn't
fine.
I get that
That's
email?
fine for me. I mean, that's
And
fine.
I hate that.
Evan,
That's-
that might be going public.
I was just about to say, hey, I will sift through the 650,000.
But
There's some nudies.
Oh my
in all
God.
seriousness, there's a fine line, and clearly this line was very much crossed. But the thing is, so this is the first pin to fall, and again, this is somebody that had absolutely zero association with the actual organization that is currently being investigated. So what else has been said to other, like, what else has been said within those 650,000 emails? That's what I'm interested in, because again, it was a different president. Dan Snyder was still the owner, but there's so many other things that could have gone on. Like, this is just the first one to fall, dude. Like, we're not.
There's
we're
going
not
to be
out
more
of this.
coaches. More coaches for sure.
There's going to be more coaches. There's going to be more people that are technically in private life now that aren't coaches anymore. Like Jay Gruden, is he a college football coach now? Because I don't know where Jay is. I don't.
No
I will look
idea.
it up.
Couldn't
I thought he
care
was an
less.
analyst somewhere.
Okay, but still.
I guarantee
Like,
you, he's a part of that.
Okay, but the thing is, technically, and this is the weird thing about Jon Gruden's position, and I'm not defending him, I'm just stating that this is an odd predicament to be in. He was working for ESPN at the time. He had no affiliation with the NFL at a personal level, and these were messages between him and an NFL head. But again, he wasn't hired by the Raiders. He wasn't hired by the NFL. He wasn't paid by any of these people. He was hired by ESPN and on their payroll, but then gets fired for his actions.
That's the thing. That's the thing was that was the whole thing. Is he technically didn't get fired. He resigned because but he was helped out the door. He was helped out the door. Because like you're saying, like even though he wasn't like involved with those organizations, that's where like getting fired probably I'm not saying he does deserve repercussions, but like there might not have been a firing, but he was helped out the door, so he literally was just resigned. Type, that's
again, we're never. You guys do understand. We're never seeing Jon Gruden again, right?
Oh God,
no.
Yeah.
Like especially when
Bora Bora.
They have
no capacity
and racism on their helmet, like, and then they have the colored letters in the end zone.
Well, again, his
the entire rainbow.
Again, the big thing. Yeah, no, they have all of it. The NFL covers all of it now.
Bora Bora.
Now, but again, and I want to say like, oh, this was 10 years ago, and again, I'm not saying this as a defense, but again, we all live.
Sucks.
Well, no, some of these emails were as recent as 2017.
Yeah,
like right before.
I know, but I'm just saying, like that kind of stuff sucks. Like even look, what really like him, not so much just because he is 60 years old, so he was 50 at the time 10 years ago, so he has an adult mind making conscious decisions. He was
48 at the time
where
when these statements
you see some of these people going back through into Twitters and stuff to like some of the NFL players and stuff now that are 25 years old, and they go, oh, 10 years ago when he was 14 he would tweeted something about something. I'm like, okay, listen, he was 14 years old, it doesn't
he's a kid. He's a literal minor.
Dude, that happened to someone that was like a 3rd round pick 2 years ago. They went back and they were like, oh, he said the N-word. And then everyone was like, no.
Didn't Jake Fromm? Wasn't he?
Yeah, it might have been Jake Fromm.
It was Jake Fromm, yeah.
And they were like, no, he was quoting a song.
Yeah.
And is it right? No, but he was quoting a Lil Wayne song, dude.
Yeah.
So again, it's that weird shit like that. Like that stuff I absolutely hate. The cancel type of shit I despise. This is a different level.
Oh, 100%.
And I'm not defending it in any way, shape, or form.
100%.
But because it took place from 13 years ago up until 2017, so he was 48 to 50, whatever, 5. It doesn't justify it in any way, shape, or form. It's just one of those things that it's just, this is the world we live in. Nothing any of us say is ever private.
No. Mm-mm.
No.
Okay, did you ever find a number on that, or did you start texting?
No, he's unemployed.
Jay Gruden?
I couldn't find anything.
Oh my God! I didn't know you were in the tank there.
He was gone for a while, yeah.
I couldn't find anything. I looked at Wikipedia. I looked at an article that was just released 3 hours ago about him defending John.
Of course.
Oh no, guys! Did you see the thing from last Sunday night where Trico, Dungy, and Drew Brees all defended Jon Gruden?
What?
Yeah, no.
Dungy did?
Yeah, no.
Well, it was when it was only
the racism thing.
Yeah, it was only the racism thing. It wasn't like fully out of like whatever going on.
Yeah,
it was when it was first. That was when it was first like presented.
When it was announced. But
we were all sitting at the party.
Mike Trico, one of the most, I would say, not revered, maybe is not the right word, but one of the most respected commentators in sports.
Yeah. African Americans in sports in general.
Just across the board.
Yeah, he does golf. He does golf. He does baseball. He does
I used to. Football. Yeah, he goes. I used to call games with John, and I never saw anything like this. So I really can't speak to anything of this. It just doesn't seem like he's that person anymore. And went on a full 3-minute rant about it. And then Tony Dungy backed it up, and then Drew Brees.
Tony Dungy went down the coach route where he was like, he's still one of the most redeemed coaches. They gotta look past type of stuff. Like he was saying stuff like that.
Yeah, and it was I understand maybe he had personal feelings about this guy, but as a coach, man to man, we always had a very very good amount of respect for each other and all this. And then Drew Brees was just he always showed me a lot of respect when we played and everything. And it was just looking back now, that looks awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. He made some pretty disparaging comments. It's hard to come back from.
It's not easy. It's not ever gonna come back from. He's done.
No, he's done. He's gone.
Yeah, he's out. He's out.
Hey, we went down a dark path there for a hot second. Let's cycle back to something way more fun, which is the NHL is starting tonight. Penguins are currently up 2-0.
3-0. Let's go.
3-0. Okay, we need 2 more goals. We need 3 more.
Let's
goals.
go.
It's puck drop night, baby.
I'm really sad that I'm gonna lose my bet because I definitely took Tampa Bay -1.5.
I hate you. Why?
It was a parlay, dude, and I really didn't think they were gonna lose. Home ice,
Simone, baby.
banner. But yeah, no. Just really quick, the NHL is starting tonight. Penguins are playing the Lightning. The Kraken, who are brand new, are playing in Vegas.
I can't wait. Oh, what? I wanted to see them play in Seattle.
It's in the Fortress.
Vasilevsky looks like cottage cheese tonight, boys.
Yeah, he's
holes everywhere.
Vassy ain't great tonight. I found out Nathan McKinnon has COVID, and so does the Colorado Avalanche coach. Jared Bednar has COVID.
Yeah, a couple of our guys have COVID too. Gensel has COVID, I think.
No, well, Gensel has it. Crosby's out. Malkin's out. There's like 5.
They're out with other injuries. Yeah,
I know, but there's 5 people out on the Kraken tonight that are supposed to be starting because of COVID protocols.
Listen to this. I remember hearing this on the first broadcast, how crazy this is. I think the NHL had a total of 4 COVID cases last year during the season.
Yeah, they already have way more than that right now.
4? That's crazy.
The Penguins never had 1 last year, dude.
Yeah.
Sullivan was talking about it earlier today, and he was like, no, we're extremely proud that we didn't have anything. And then Gensel misses this, and now the Avalanche, I think, had 2 scares, maybe 1. And, our 2 most important pieces are out in Nathan McKinnon and our coach, Jared Bednar.
Yeah. That's not good. You guys missed a playoff game last year without Bednar, too, didn't you?
Yes, we did. That was a positive COVID test, but they actually tested... That came back as a double or a false positive. Now they both actually have it and they're asymptomatic.
Yeah. That stinks.
T's and P's for them. Let's real quick, let's just dive into NHL. We don't need to go anything super in depth.
Yeah, it's the start of the season.
I'm not going to get too crazy with it.
No.
Yeah, what do you got, Ev?
I really don't have much. I'm just looking forward to seeing what the season brings us. I mean...
Well, so my thing that I'm excited about personally, the divisions are back to normal.
Yes, I would say.
Now, again,
excited for that too.
The Penguins were screwed either way, last year or this year. I mean, the Metro is a difficult bitch, and the East last year was a difficult.
We play in a really tough division regardless. So I mean, it was getting really stale at the end of the year last year, playing against the same teams
over
and the same
over.
teams
Yeah.
and the same teams.
Playing them 8 times in a year is brutal.
I want to see the Pens play the Sharks or the Avalanche, or they play the Red
in the
Wings.
playoffs.
Do you understand how excited I am to see the Pens play the Avs out here again?
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be exciting for you once we put the boot right up the,
That's if Malkin's even playing, dude.
Yeah. Well, I'm not worried about Malkin. I'm worried about Crosby. But
he's gonna be an Avalanche by fucking.
Yeah, shut up. If that happens, there's no shot.
Oh no, this thing down here will be right here firmly. But no, I'm happy hockey's back. I literally love hockey. I make a lot of money on hockey usually. Tonight is not going to be one of those nights because the Penguins are f***ing me.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some money on the.
His bet record
probably the
comes
Knights.
back because he's gonna start making those hockey money line bets again.
I really might, dude.
I don't know.
I think that's why I got off to a good start.
Yeah, you 100% was. You were banging hockey heavy there.
Great first game though by the NHL. 2 of the expansion teams playing against each other.
No, the
only
Kraken
bogey
in Seattle.
It's not in Seattle.
Phenomenal. The only problem is, yes, it's not in Seattle, and the other thing is, again, there's 5 COVID protocol players out for Seattle, which is going to make it extremely difficult against a still very good team in Vegas, minus Fleury.
Yeah, which T's and P's out to Fleury.
He's about to get roasted tomorrow.
He's gonna get roasted on Saturday as well.
Wait, did Chicago open up against the Avalanche and the Penguins?
Yes, they open up against the Penguins at home.
So it's oh my god, yeah.
Fleury's gonna get a tribute from the Pens though. That's gonna be cool. My dad will be there.
No, he deserves it. What are you talking about? He absolutely deserves it.
Yeah, Flower, dude.
Flower
For
needs
sure.
to.
Legend.
No, I don't care what he does for the rest of his career. He needs to retire a Penguin. If it's a one-day contract or not, Flower needs to retire a Penguin. I don't care. He won 3 cups with them.
Correct.
He's the reason they had a dynasty there for like, a chokehold on the Metro for 10 years.
Yes. And the other teams have proceeded to treat him like shit, even though that he plays.
The Golden Knights piss me off. I was a fan of them. I actually hate them. What they did.
For what they did to Fleury, and now they have Robin Lehner, I think.
No, they do. Lehner is their number 1.
Yeah, Lehner's not good. He's not as good as Fleury. He's an average goalie.
I think Lehner is good. I think he's above average, but he is not a Vezina Trophy candidate.
No.
What Vegas did to Fleury will forever me off at Vegas, because that's not how you should do it. Like Fleury, as much as I hated seeing him leave Pittsburgh, he understood why, and
everybody understood why.
Everybody knew like this is what it is.
Yeah,
like Matt looked really good. He won back-to-back Stanley Cups for us.
Yes,
and that now he's in Ottawa.
Yeah, goodness. R.I.P. Seems like, well, other than Fleury, I mean, there hasn't been really any goalies that have been traded away and just gone to shit. But Fleury, he played well in Vegas. Really did.
He was a Vezina Trophy winner.
Yeah.
He won the Vezina last year.
Yes. So
that's absurd.
I just don't know how you get rid of
where's he at now?
The goalie MVP, and he's in Chicago.
Oh,
and they stink.
And they're bad. They're awful. They're in the middle of a rebuild. Like the only player they have is Patty Kane. That's it.
Right. And
Duncan Keith's gone. Taves gone.
And he's getting old.
They're all gone.
Patty Kane is getting old.
They have Alex DeBrincat. He played for the Erie Otters with McDavid.
Where is Jonathan Taves and
No, they're gone.
Where are they then?
Health.
Oh. What do you mean health? Like they're
do you know how Duncan Keith had to leave because he had like some extending health problem? Taves was the same thing, I'm pretty sure.
Wow. So he actually retired.
He's not retired. He's still under contract and getting paid and can come back at any time, but he physically can't.
Wow.
No, like the Blackhawks are dog shit. They are in a full rebuild. They might be worse than the Red Wings, legitimately.
Yeah. Taves expects to play for Blackhawks in season opener. Okay, well he's back.
I haven't seen anything on that, but I will boo the shit.
I just saw an article.
I will boo the shit out of him if he's there.
Yep, he will be there. He's expected to play, so that's
all right.
Huge.
Well, he didn't play most of last year, so
right. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, they just kind of fell off. Really, I mean, they did.
Well, no, a lot of they did what most normal hockey teams do, and they just let all of their. As much as I hate to say it, they're doing what the Penguins are currently doing, which is let all of their good players get old and just retire there. Again, I could be wrong about the Penguins. It's Sidney Crosby. He's a generational talent. He will pretty much be good until the day he wants to stop playing. Just like Lemieux, like Yager, like Gretzky. But Malkin, his health is becoming an issue, similar to Taves. Letang is going to be fine. I think Letang is just a specimen, but Letang we all have our gripes with as Penguins fans because
I'd rather have Letang more than Malkin right now. Like
no, I would too. But Letang also gives up really stupid, and I mean
horrible
plays.
turnovers. Like stuff you learn in Pee-wees and squirts. Like
and he does it consistently.
Stuff to not to do. And he does that, yes, consistently and in big spots. And that's why people hate him.
No, it is. But with all that being said, let's just really quick. Who do we have winning the cup this year? Who do we have as the final two? Cade, you going with Hurricane again?
I did not expect this question.
Oh, no, I got to throw it out there. So as a point of reference, the Avalanche and the Lightning are the top 2 favorite teams.
No, I'm not choosing one of those two. I refuse. Let me look it up.
Yeah.
That's what I did last year.
Hey, that's fine.
It actually worked out pretty decent.
Sick. I'm picking the Avs.
I mean, yeah, you live in Colorado. It makes sense.
Do you understand how much I want to go to a goddamn championship parade?
They're awesome, dude.
I wouldn't know.
I mean, you were fans of a team that won Stanley Cups. You just didn't go to the parade.
Dude, I tried to. Zito Media wouldn't let me off. I actually tried my ass off to go.
Toronto is the 4th favorite.
Yeah,
that's not happening.
Yeah, plus 1,100.
Get out of here. You know what?
Don't.
Even though I hate this team,
don't.
I'm taking the Islanders as my.
Actually,
the New York Islanders.
I'm not even going to give you shit. The Isles aren't bad. Barry Trotz knows how to pull it off.
He knows how to win a cup.
Genuinely, as much as I hate that, because the Islanders after the last 2 years in the playoffs, I get it.
Oh, they scored. Tampa Bay scored, finally.
Good.
I was going to say, that's good for Cal.
Good for Cal, yep. We're at 4 now, Cal.
I need a 5-3 win, though.
There's only 5 minutes
I'm okay
left.
with that.
I need a 5-3 win.
I am taking
5-3 win
I'm
would
going to
be
make the chat
sexual.
mad. I'm taking the Bruins.
It's a solid pick always.
I was going to say, that's never a bad
I
pick,
hate Boston,
especially
but
since
it's a solid pick.
they just extended Taylor Hall, too.
Yep.
Like, I don't know what team I hate the worst.
They're the
Probably the Bruins.
For me, it's the Bruins.
The Bruins or the Patriots. For me, it might be a tie.
For me,
I
it's
hate
Tom
the
Brady.
Bruins. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
For a team sport, I think the Bruins actually do somehow beat the Bears.
yeah, I hate them bad.
Yeah, I think the Bruins.
Although Chara is gone, so
Chara's with the Caps, though.
I know, but he always also
Wait.
just
Did you say who's the
completely
most
played
hated?
Crosby dirty.
Are you talking about the most hated?
Personally,
The most hated team in team sports for me, out of all sports. What is yours, Cade? The Cowboys?
it's Cowboys without question.
No,
Are you
it's
shitting me?
basketball. Are you guys kidding me?
It's
it's
you were gonna take the
basketball, yeah, it's
Lakers
the
over the
Lakers.
Cowgirls?
Me?
Yeah.
I said Duke basketball.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's actually.
okay.
I was gonna say, what do you guys?
that makes sense.
You guys are
You
tripping.
just, no, all we heard was
you guys are
basketball.
mad tripping right now to not think that back in their heads that like.
Yeah, we forgot
Actually,
you're
no,
into
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not Duke. Duke's not my most hated team though.
Is it a basketball team?
My most hated college basketball team is NC State by far.
Kid's not even a real fan. Kid's not even a real fan, and out here saying that he hates Duke basketball.
No. Listen, I enjoy Duke basketball.
See this? See how I'm wearing this? I don't see you repping shit.
Oh, I gotta. Fucking,
Go put your shoes on.
Go put your shoes on.
They're right there. They're right there.
Oh, and your Tar Heel head cover.
Let me get my finger. I got Randy, custom head cover, and the shoes got all sitting right there. And if you look up here to my over my right shoulder, there's a UNC highlighted by a lamp. So no, I would
Didn't watch one game last year because they sucked.
The reason why I don't mind Duke though is because Duke actually provides a lot of great entertainment for UNC. See, I hate NC State because NC State thinks that they are like amazing, but in reality they're just the ugly redheaded stepchild of a great like tradition of basketball in North Carolina, and they think they're like a main character in the show. You know what I mean?
NC State is funny. The
So
Wolfpack
NC
does
State,
crack
out of
me
all
up.
the teams in all sports,
No.
is your
Out
least
of
favorite.
all sports, I was just talking about I was just explaining the whole Duke thing. Out of
No, you're good. All sports, I think the Bruins are first for me, and then the Bears are literally right here.
Team-wise, the team I hate the most.
I want to beat the Bears by about 50 every year as a Packers fan. So
I do hate the Cowboys, but
you got to remember. Hey, you got to remember, Duke. Those are students. They're student athletes. They're student human athletes.
Not professional athletes. They're
not.
Students. So their students are humans.
Yeah, but for me, it's
They're no
everything.
longer
For me, it's not the actual team. It's the
Fans. Cal
fan
hates
base
the
around
fans.
it. It's the fan base.
I know Cal
around it.
hates fans.
100%.
It's always the fans. 100%.
All right,
Fans
that's
suck.
fine, but pick a team.
I'm picking the Cowboys as 1. I'm picking the Yankees as 1B.
That's fair.
Yankee fans are the fucking worst.
They're horrible.
Every year is their year. Same thing with the Cowboys.
Absolutely.
Every year is our year.
They led one.
That's why the Cowboys are like fourth for me, and I don't even care about them.
They led one.
The Cowboys
day.
are in the top 5 for me.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even care about baseball, and the Yankees are still.
Yankees led one day in the division this year. One day.
Yeah.
Oh, and Marty Mush didn't shut up about it. It was awesome.
One day.
Right, like it's
I
like,
hate him.
They're the.
I love
okay,
Marty Bush.
Let me ask you guys this: Who is the most annoying fan base? Unbiased opinion. The most annoying fan bases in all sports.
It's tough because
For me,
there's
No,
one in
no,
every.
not for you.
There's one in every.
Well,
every
it's
sport.
anyone's opinion because we're
I
all
was gonna
probably going to say a
say
different
I
one.
seem like it's
It's
more of
still an
a.
opinion, but like I'm saying, like don't take.
It's
like,
the Dallas
your-
Cowboys.
See,
don't-
for me,
it's the Dallas Cowboys.
For me, it's
Dallas
Vikings
Cowboys.
fans, but then other than Vikings fans, because they think they're just as good as the Packers.
Cleveland fans are up there right now.
No, it's Laker fans.
It's Laker fans as well. Laker fans are definitely high
Laker
on that
fans
list.
to me are worse than
I
Cowboy
would say the
fans.
Cowboys,
But I
Lakers,
respect
and
Kobe,
are the
so-
top three.
I can't say the Browns, Evan, is because the reason why is that this is the first time they've been relevant. So
I
I
was
really
gonna
The
say,
don't.
Browns,
I just laugh at
They're
them.
all
I
good.
laugh
Yeah.
at them.
Barring
No.
3 years of your life, have Browns fans ever bothered you? Ever?
I
No,
laugh
really,
at them.
no.
No, I just
Okay.
laugh at them. I still
Right.
laugh at them to this
I would
day
say
because they're
I
still
would
3-2.
say, like if you're talking about like Bills and Browns fans, obviously teams that
Ty got hot.
struggled their entire
I
like
was taking
lives
off.
besides like a handful of years and stuff like that. Like they're only annoying in the moment. But year in, year out, Lakers, Yankees, Cowboys.
Yeah.
Most
no,
annoying
they're the 3 worst.
Yeah.
by far. Year
Yeah,
in,
they're
year
the-
out.
they're the 3
No matter
worst.
if they're good, no matter if they're bad, no matter if they win a championship.
I would have to say for me, the most annoying is definitely the Cowboys.
You know what's funny though?
For me, it's Lakers, but
Just to add to this conversation, the fourth organization though, where like when they lose, America wins, is the Duke men's basketball. When they lose, America
that one
wins.
can flip. I feel like that's a
Georgetown.
Yankees Red Sox thing. You're usually on one
Georgetown
side or the
really,
other.
Georgetown
No.
really.
No.
Pops my
Majority of
corn.
people don't like the Duke. Majority of people don't like Duke.
Georgetown
Nobody
really.
likes Duke besides Duke. That's it.
Georgetown really pops
Right.
my corn.
I
It's
mean,
the same thing as the Cowboys.
it's-
No one likes the Cowboys other than Cowboys fans. Like there's nobody that's like, oh, you know the Cowboys are all right. It's either you're a fan or you hate them.
I also really hate Patriots.
I
fans.
think it's
I
a bit unfair
really
to say,
hate
No,
but
Patriots
Patriots
fans.
fans are probably 4th for me.
I
Yeah.
hate the Patriots fans too.
Patriots fans are
They're
definitely
second
in
for
that
me.
conversation.
Goddamn
And then
assholes.
that, I mean, probably then the Bruins are third for me. But
Bruins
It's-
are still
it's
first,
hard to-
dude.
up until 2015, would you guys really think the Lakers fans were really annoying?
Yes. The
Yeah, they
Lakers
were
fans
still
more
pretty annoying.
Then, Ev. They were more annoying then. That was when they were winning. They won. You got to remember, they won 5 championships in the 2000s.
Yeah, I guess. It's just the whole
Yeah, that's when they were more.
the whole
annoying.
LeBron thing. I mean, like,
No,
No,
the-
it was
the Lakers
before,
fans.
it was before
yeah,
LeBron.
well before
LeBron isn't a Laker to me. Like
Yeah.
I don't give a about LeBron in the Lakers. Like
No,
currently,
it was before LeBron.
he's not a Laker.
Okay.
You don't- no matter.
I didn't
what
really
you
watch.
think,
I mean,
he'll
to be
never
honest,
a
didn't
Laker.
really watch much
Yeah, we know
basketball
you're not
back
a fan.
then.
We
So
know.
Yeah, we're
We're past
talking
that.
like
We had that thing like 45 episodes ago.
what?
What?
They just scored again, by the way.
Yes.
That I'm not a fan of. What?
The Lakers.
me.
No.
No,
I
Evan.
need
Me, 'cause I like
one
LeBron.
more
Oh.
goal. No, we got 6. We got 6. We're
Yeah,
good.
no,
What?
you're good.
We're good. It's 4-2.
Oh, the Pens.
I-
Oh, we
again,
scored somehow. I
Yes.
didn't hear that.
Yeah,
That's huge, Cal.
I need the Lightning to win by 2.
Yeah, you lost
Okay.
that bet, Ty.
All right,
No,
you
they're
guys ready to
two.
move on to
Oh
betting?
yeah. Okay, yeah, you picked the
Bets.
Yeah, let's
Bets,
Barstool?
bets.
Yep.
Bet.
Sponsored by Barstool.
Okay.
I have
Still not gonna
mine
use
already.
that.
I have mine already.
I
'Cause
haven't
I don't want
looked
you
at
guys
any
to
of mine
take any. I don't want you guys to take any money like
That's
the last
fine,
couple
Cal. You
weeks.
can go first. All right. So last week, boys, we're back, semi back.
We're all
we
the
went. We went.
No,
six,
we're all the way back.
We went 6-2 as a pod. I went 2.
I won a lot of money
Cal
this
went
weekend.
2-0.
We're all the way back.
And
Kane
Levi
went
screwed me with a
1-1,
pick.
And Levi went 1-1. Not Evan.
Wait, did I go
You're not-
1-1?
Yeah.
One
Are
and
you
one.
counting that towards my
Yeah, that's
record
what
or
I
no?
thought.
Yeah,
Even
it's
though I
going
did
to-
sign
it's
off
going
on the
towards
bets.
your record.
Okay.
I mean, either way,
So-
it didn't change anything
Hey,
because you got one loss, one win.
No joke.
Yeah.
Next, when we reset these, we should actually do like
Units.
whenever
We'll do
we have a
units.
guest like that.
Okay.
We have a guest pick
Units.
'em like tally.
We'll have a guest bracket.
Yeah.
Right. that's
We
what
have
I'm
to do
saying.
units,
Kinda
too.
cool.
Shut up, Evan.
Cal,
Make
go
me.
ahead, get your picks out of the way so no one takes them.
Okay.
Well, hey, really quick, hang on. Really quick, brings my total to 33 and 45. Again, I was at one point like positive 12. Cal is at an even 500 at 39 and 39. Cade, you were at 36 and 42. And Evan, with the help of Levi, is at 28 and 50.
First one to
5-2,
50,
baby.
Ev.
Units. All about units next year.
Not all about units.
We should do.
I am
We're
all about
going to
units.
do
Ty.
units. Evan, shut up.
No.
All right. picks this week, my bets are I'm taking the Los Angeles Chargers +3 versus the Ravens.
I like how you did that because I'm gonna still do it
It's fine.
Chargers are +3 flat.
against the Ravens.
Against the
Alright.
Ravens. And then I'm also taking the Dallas Cowgirls -4 against the Patriots.
They're only okay. Wait, are those both away teams?
Yes.
Okay, I understand those spreads now. Pens are now up 5-2. By the way.
Dude, the over was a lock. It was a Drew.
Cal.
It was a Drew.
Cal.
All and through.
Cal, this is why
True.
5.5 during the NHL regular season is almost always a lock.
This is why you were so high on
6-2.
your record when you started the season last year.
But genuinely, this is why a 5.5 over is almost always a lock in the NHL because they pull goals.
It's a Drew. It's a Drew.
We might hit 10.
Shut the up, Evan.
Ty, only refer to
60
it
now.
as a Drew, and that's it.
Okay.
I'm ready when you guys are.
All right. So Cal got Chargers +3, Cowboys -4.
Yep.
I don't hate those. All right.
I
Doug?
wanted to do the Steelers -4.5,
I'm also
but I'm
going
not
to
betting
take
on the
the
Steelers.
Chargers +3.
Can't do it. Or I can do it.
Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna have the same bet, Ty. I'm gonna change it.
God damn it.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna do the Cardinals +2.5.
Might as well just take a money line.
Wait, cards plus. Yeah, no, cards +2. You might as well take a money line, but
No, but I want the points for the pod bet. I'm gonna take the money line in my own bet.
oh, so you're leading our listeners to be pussies. Got it.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm actually making them bet responsibly.
Call
And then
1-800
my
gambler.
other-
Oh, because I want to take the Chargers money line because the Chargers are winning that game.
Yeah, I'm taking Chargers money line as well. But I'm taking the Packers -4.5 against the Bears.
That was another one that I was really tempted on.
God damn it.
The Packers are 5-point favorites in Soldier Field.
Yeah, 4.5. That's such.
I mean, they should. They got
That's such a
Justin
good
Fields.
bet.
Justin Fields is playing quarterback.
That is such a good bet.
He did get a first win as a starter, though.
All right.
Yeah, he threw 12 of 20 for 110
Still
yards.
got the W.
I'm taking the Steelers.
Wins are not a
-4.5.
quarterback
Are you
stat.
really? Oh no!
On the
Okay.
pod, even.
Oh,
Go, baby. -4.5. And then, of course, the other two bets have already been taken. I had the Chargers and the Packers in this parlay.
And that's a good bet without Russell Wilson.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
great
that's what I'm
bet.
thinking.
It's a
Great
great
bet.
bet, but it just
I-
scares me. Sunday Night Football.
Hey, we're 1 for 2 with bet on the Steelers this year. 1 for
Hey,
2.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Who else you have?
I might put down a defensive touchdown bet for the Steelers that day.
It's probably not gonna.
I'm going
be
to take the
bad.
Packers. Packers -4.5.
You
I
know,
hate
you know what?
guys so much.
You know what? You know what? One that I really wanted to do on there was the under Chiefs, the Chiefs in Washington game 55.
Yeah, it's gonna be an over.
That
No, it's under,
I
bro.
think it's gonna be an under.
I think it's an
Bro,
under.
dude, no way. The
Chiefs
can't
defense is
stop-
bad, but offense is
Guys,
bad too.
Dude, the Chiefs can't stop anyone, and neither can Washington.
Yeah, but Washington can't score.
It is a battle
Yes,
of
they
two bad.
can.
It's a battle of two bad defenses, which means I think the Chiefs are winning by like 21 points.
I
Dude,
think I
yes.
think that score will be like 32 to like 14.
All right. Well, I know.
Okay.
I know.
Now,
Everyone can get on my ass.
Washington, the last
First
3
game of the
weeks
season.
for 21, 34, and 22. That's an easy over.
It's not going to be over.
Go ahead, Ty.
I'm betting the over. I think that's an easy over.
Go wild. All right. Yeah. No, I got to do it. Avalanche money line tomorrow. I'm gonna be there. Got to do it. It's -215. I get it.
And it
Fuck
starts
off.
now.
Here
Fuck
comes Todd's coming.
-215.
Evan.
You're taking them on as
Shut up.
215?
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my
Nathan
God.
McKinnon is out. Our
Take
best
the
player.
points.
What's
Nah.
the points?
Have some respect for yourself.
What's the point?
Hey, -1.5. So Avs -1.5 is +114.
Can't
that
wait for
what
the
we're
units
doing?
next year because that's like a third of a unit.
Is that what we're doing?
No, you can do what you want, but
Avs
this
-1.
is how
Nope, Avs -1.5. Fuck it.
I
You guys
love it,
suck.
Ty. Ride the guns, baby.
All right. I also have Canadians +1.5 against the Maple Leafs because I just think the Canadians are going to
Love that.
What's the odds on that?
I think -170.
should be like
That's not bad. It's a spread. No matter what, it's a spread.
It's a spread, yeah.
No, it's a
No matter
spread.
what, it's a
If
spread.
I take a money line, it's plus 144. Like,
Dude, hockey bets are sometimes such the easiest ones to make. It's so funny.
I love hockey, dude. I make money on hockey.
Yeah, it's because they're easy bets.
I will
do
love
3-game parlays, and I win all of them.
I need receipts. I will love. I'm going to love when the Avalanche win by 1 tomorrow.
I'm really hoping Darcy Kemper, our brand new goalie, shows up tomorrow.
Well, I need
I
Seattle
will be going
Kraken.
crazy though.
I need the Seattle Kraken to be plus 1.5 tonight, and I win my parlay.
That's true.
Vegas looks lit right now.
No, and yo, Bucci. The fact that Bucci Gross is the fucking commentator gets me pumped, dude.
I'm putting a bet. Let's go, Barstool.
Bucci is the man.
By
the way, NHL is now
anything?
on ESPN and ESPN Plus, so go check it out, everybody, please. And also TNT. TNT's things are about to be awesome.
Yeah.
They got Paul Bissonnette sitting next to Wayne Gretzky, of all people.
That's their commentators? Paul.
No, there's 5, but Bissonnette, Biz is sitting
and
next
Gretzky?
to Wayne Gretzky.
I knew Gretzky.
Dude.
Wow.
I also need. I did the one of the Barstool one of the boosts. I need the Kraken to win and 6+ goals.
6+ or 6 and?
It's 6+, so like either 6 or more.
Oh dear God.
Yeah. That was
Kraken
plus
to win
650.
and 6+ goals. Okay.
Yep.
So
That's plus
you're
650.
asking Lehner and Grubauer, 2 of the final 4 goalies last year, to give
First
up
game.
6 goals.
First game jitters.
See,
That's why it's plus 650. I put fiver on it.
All right. Anybody got anything else?
Nope, that's the show.
No.
No, I don't think I do.
Where are the
That's
boosts?
all, folks.
They're all probably gone now.
Promotions.
They're probably done. You got to go to the exclusives.
God, I can't wait to go to hockey
Hit
tomorrow.
exclusives is where they're
Damn
at.
it. Yeah, there's none.
There was a shit ton of them earlier today.
All right, yeah, everyone, thanks for watching.
Stupid app.
Bye, everyone.
You waited till
Go
10:30.
tomorrow night.
I know.
Let's go, Daddy.